the game before we get into the tournament mechanics. This game is called Azure Dreams. It originally released on the PlayStation. It is a rogue-like tower climbing mystery dungeon game with town building and dating game elements to it. We're not going to be seeing the town building / dating elements in this game. We're just going to go up the tower. The tower is made up of 40 floors. They're all randomly generated, minus a couple of floors. And in those floors, you'll find monsters, items, and we're just trying to get up as far as we can. Yeah. The run that we're doing here is the equivalent of a quick any % run.
Yes.
So it's you only get one shot at the tower. You're trying to get up as high as you can, as fast as you can. If you die, you're out. If you leave the tower, you're out. And if you get up to floor 40, then you're done as well, and we just go to time.
Yeah, and the first floor, like Fee said, will always be the same. They'll get the same 5 items. They'll get a wooden shield, a copper sword, medicinal herb, a plump egg, will be a random color name, and they'll get a fireball. That is what makes this somewhat raceable. If it wasn't for those 5 little basic supplies that the game honestly expects you to lose, we wouldn't be able to do this, because if we had to bank on random items on a random game going into a roguelike, you're not going to have a good time. So at least with these items, the runners are knowledgeable on what's going to be happening. And yeah, it's going to be interesting.
All right, so let's answer some questions from chat before we go any further.
Yeah.
So yes, in the 2v2 game that we've already explained, each of our 4 runners is in a team of a pair. They're going to be going up the tower. They're going to combine the floor totals for each of the teams, and whoever gets the most floors wins in 1 hour. So that's the other qualification here, is we have a 1 hour time limit as well. So yes, that's the time limit when we have to stop. If you survive that long and haven't reached the top there, you stop at 1 hour, and that whatever floor you're on is the top floor you've got to.
Yes. Yes, the timers are shared. Poulet and Dreamye are on one side, and KaineTheBrain and DonForgo on the other.
Yes. So everyone is still making their way through floor 1. There is 1 monster on this floor this time around. You won't be seeing it again, so it doesn't matter.
Yes. Oh, so they're doing a couple text skips you can see here by going out of their way. Kaine was the first one to do that. It skips like 5 seconds at most of dialogue, but it's still 5 seconds you can use the tower. But a floor can take anywhere from like 2 minutes to like 10. Yes, this is a team-based speedrun. And Kaine actually is quite lucky. He actually managed to find a troll at the start, so he gets to level 2 immediately.
Yes. So levels for your so there's your player, who you're controlling, and then there's your familiar, who's going to be your buddy through this run.
Yeah.
Your levels for you usually won't matter because they reset after leaving the tower, but during this run, they'll obviously just keep on going. The biggest and most important level is getting to level 2 as soon as possible, because that gives you the most amount of HP gain. After that, you're kind of okay for the next couple of floors.
Yeah, and like you saw on Kaine's side, he actually uncovered a trap for 8 experience because he used the trap loop. At the start of the run, 8 experience is equivalent to level 1, level 2, or a third of level 2 to level 3. So it's worth it. Later, it's honestly not worth setting them off because it takes like 2,000 experience. And if you really need that 8 experience, you're not playing 100%. So Poulet's having a little bit of technical issues there.
Yes, but all of our players are now at least on level 2.
Yeah.
These are all... Oh, we're going to restart from Poulet. All of our... after level 1, everything is randomized. What happens in terms of the randomization is the floor plan is completely randomized, but the monsters that spawn on that floor plan follow rules. They can basically, all the monsters are divided into bands of floors that they can appear on, and that's the set they take out for when the monsters spawn.
Yes.
So in the first few floors, everything's quite easy. When we hit floor 6, that's when things start to get more difficult.
Yeah. The floor 6 is more or less the water block. Queenie is a fire monster. Your mixture magic is fire-based. From floors 6 to 9, you'll be encountering balloons, U-boats, all sorts of things which are just going to make their life miserable. I think Poulet had to. His emulator is acting up right now, so he had a little save state. He is still on the same seed, same everything, but he's trying his best to play through the lag. It's actually not his internet lagging; it's the game lagging. So he's having a little bit of issues on that one.
Yes.
Yeah, this is a wonderful game. A lot of people who grew up playing it just really thoroughly enjoy it. We still thoroughly enjoy it, and it's still one of the weirdest games to speedrun because when you lose, you don't feel bad. Like you're like, oh wow, the tower killed me this way, and you just have to sit there and laugh at it.
A couple more mechanics about this game before we get into what people have found so far and how the actual run kind of works. Everything is turn-based, as in most Mystery Dungeon games. The monsters only move when you take certain actions, like movement or attacking, etc. And it always goes, usually goes your turn, the monster's turn, your familiar's turn.
Yeah, more or less.
Yes.
There's some ways to mix that up to your advantage and ways to have a disadvantage because of that as well.
Yes. And in terms of combat, in general, you're trying to get the best equipment you can. But the real powerhouse in this game is whatever familiar you currently have. Now, everyone starts with the same familiar, which has varying names depending on who you talk to.
Yep.
Queenie, Kune, Coon
is another one. I call him Trash, personally.
Trash, yes. He is a fairly strong familiar, and he may be the only one that these players get in their game during these runs. He is a fire-based familiar, and therefore when we hit floor 6, it's going to be quite difficult because that's when what we call the water floors start for the next 5 floors. That's when primarily water monsters appear.
Yeah.
Every monster has a element. Some elements are better against others, and some are weaker against others. In terms of attacking, you can attack directly. You can attack directly. You can use your monster's spell, which unfortunately is also called a direct.
Yes.
But the thing that you're going to see most people using is mixture magic, which is what everyone's using right now. It's when you combine your attack with your familiars, adding their elemental abilities and some damage onto your own attacks. And that's what you're going to be seeing most of the time. That's why when we hit the water floors, we get into trouble because we're not doing any more damage.
Yeah, and I guess what's happening with Poulet's side here. But
yes. So we've got floor 4 for KaineTheBrain and also for DonForgo.
Yeah.
We've got floor 3 for Dreamye. So as this run goes, the first 5 floors are not free by any sense of the imagination. However, they are the floors that most people will spend a reasonably long time looking around, looking for items that can give them an advantage later on, and basically clearing the floor.
And also gaining levels as well.
And gaining levels to a certain degree, whilst also trying to go as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Once they hit floor 5, is it 6? I forget.
6 is the start.
6 is the start, so yes. Once they hit floor 6, most players will then just go. And they will keep going basically until floor 17 or somewhere around there. Sometimes they won't even stop at
16, 17 is where it gets safe again because you can actually start killing things, and pickets are on 17 for experience.
Exactly. So floor 6 is when the game is trying to tell you, this is your first run through this game. You should die right now and learn the mechanics of this. Poulet's got a restart on his computer, so we'll have to decide what we're going to do with his run.
Hopefully he had a save state he can just load in and just kind of be a little bit behind.
Yes, I'd be happy to go with that if it just means he's losing some floors. Otherwise, we may need to... Okay, sorry. We're just communicating with Poulet as to what's going on.
He seems to be, having quite a bit of computer issues.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
The other thing we meant to explain as well is you can see on Dreamye's side, he actually has a wand as of KaineTheBrain, but unfortunately DonForgo does not have one.
And Kaine is on now floor 6, you can see, because the background and everything has changed, so now he will be primarily trying to get up as fast as possible.
Yeah, and the wands will basically increase your damage by 1.5 based on mixture magic usage, but not by direct attack. It's weak. If you have the same element of wand as your mixture magic, so everyone looks for a scarlet wand, that's the most sought after thing at the start of the runs, you'll be doing additional 1.5 times damage on the 1.5 times damage from the wand. So you'll be doing a good chunk of damage. You'll be able to one-shot a lot of things you're not supposed to, and it's good basically the entire run. Let's see here.
So a lot of people ask us, how do you even play this game? How does this speedrun like this work? Especially, how does it work in a tournament setting? So a lot of people are worried about the randomness of this game. And it is a random game, there's no doubt about it. You can get screwed over by bad luck, or you can be bolstered by very good luck. The trick is with most Mystery Dungeon games is that every encounter is a puzzle. Doesn't really matter, well, it can matter, but usually the amount of good items you get, if you can combine that with making smart decisions and evening up your chances, that's how you do well at this game. It's making good decisions, knowing the game's mechanics, knowing what the AI of the monsters is going to do, and then just understanding what your chance of getting through an encounter is and making smart decisions. So it's much more of a turn-based puzzle game than it really is a roguelike, especially considering that we're only doing one run of the tower, so the roguelike elements doesn't really matter.
Yeah, and this game doesn't intend you ever to finish in one climb. During this tournament, there has been many people, even the previous tournaments, there's been many people who are able to get to the top of the tower. Captain Luigi, Sand Knight, Luca, other people like that. They're incredible to do so because we have some of the worst it's some of the worst luck in general that happens in the game. Is you hit a paralysis trap and you get sniped by a dragon. You go. We haven't talked about traps as well that can happen in the tower. There's like warp traps, slam traps, bomb traps,
Upheaval traps.
Yeah, upheaval traps, crack traps, which changes terrain.
Reversal traps.
Yeah, reversal traps, which flips the entire screen upside down.
Frog traps, seal traps. There's a lot of traps.
Seal traps are actually the only one you really want to see because it doesn't affect
anything. So yeah, you can find yourself in a situation where, and the good thing is about traps and a bunch of other stuff in this game is that if it affects you, it also affects everything else. So other monsters can trigger traps. Other monsters can set off traps and get damaged by them and show them to you. It's one of the things I like about this game is that it's fair. You make good decisions, you'll do a lot better. And you just need to hope that you get reasonable RNG. KaineTheBrain is stuck between two blooms on floor 7, but he's managed to get rid of one. But he hasn't lost Queenie, which is great. Okay. All right, that's most of the mechanics. If there's anything else that doesn't make sense, let us know.
Yeah, we can explain anything else that pops up. Also, Poulet is having severe computer issues right now, and he'll actually have to do his segment of the run later.
So what that means for us is that everyone is going to do the full hour or die for each of their 3 runs, and then Poulet will not be looking at those results and will be doing his own 3 runs later. So we will not know the results of this particular bracket match
until Poulet is able to do his matches.
Until Poulet's thing. So if you want to follow the events and find out who ends up winning this round, join our Discord server.
I'll post a link on that as well. We have a chance. Make sure it's the right Discord link before I send the wrong one. But yeah, so we do have a Discord server. We're always happy to have new potential runners, casual players, or just a fan of the game you want to chat or just learn a few things, by all means. Oh, there's Olean fruit on Kaine's side.
Yeah, that was actually really sad. There was So Kaine walked into that room. He had a U-boat, which is a very terrifying monster at this stage of the game. Right next to an Olean fruit, which is an immediate get out of, just to get rid of this monster. It's an immediate delete button on any monster you throw it at. He used his own Olean fruit to delete the U-boat, and then another U-boat came, so he picked up the Olean fruit and threw it at that. So now he's just down 1 Olean fruit and hasn't gotten anything for it.
Yeah.
He also seems to have lost Queenie, which is really bad, especially considering that he has a wand, because now he's not using mixture magic. The only benefit of that is that now he is getting double the experience because it's not being shared between him and his familiar.
Did Queenie actually die?
Yes.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, so Queenie's down.
Yes, that one is useless except for potential paralysis.
And down in Dreamye's screen, Queenie is lost. He must have been on a warp trap.
Unfortunately,
Did he
save
come
him?
back? Yes, he did. Yeah. Okay. So
Okay, he changes AI from a distance, which you're not supposed to do, but there's a little oversight you can do, to get him to walk away from the enemy beating the crap out of him. So, Dreamye is very lucky because that tends to kill Queenie every single time a warp trap comes up, one way or another.
Yeah, you can see that the reversal trap is up on DonForgo's screen. He got one early this run. His whole screen is upside down, but his controls are not reversed, just the screen. So that's always fun.
Yeah. And yeah, to just illustrate what's happening with Poulet, we have made this decision before. It's not just kind of an on-the-fly thing.
Yes.
Professor Palmer, during the early parts of the run, wasn't able to do his runs, so this was during a seeded match, but this is the same kind of thing. We know Poulet would be able to get very high, and the thing is, when we were just describing the start of the tournament, or start of the match earlier, KaineTheBrain and DonForgo, right now, they have a collective of 16. Once they get to floor 21 respectively each, that means Dreamye would never be able to win, basically, at that point. And because they'd have to get a higher accumulation. So since that kind of defeats the purpose of the match, we have to do his matches later to do that. So it's just one of those things where we're like, well, damn, so we're going to have to arrange this later. And the thing is, Poulet is having proper technical issues. It's not like, oh, I can't do the race, and he has had computer issues before, and just honestly fits exactly how it was before he got things fixed initially. So I guess he was able to do a few streams, but then when it came to this one, not so much.
Okay, a couple of updates. Kaine is now on floor 10, which is the start of the fire floors, which means he's out of the really bad floors, quote unquote, and now into the also really bad floors, quote unquote. Dreamye is also up there too. DonForgo is 2 floors behind on 8. And yeah, we're going to see a lot of fire monsters. Fire monsters are predominantly very, very strong physically. Kaine is trying to get to the egg, which would be great because the egg can be anything within a certain floor range of the floor that you found it on. So it could be anything on floor 10 all the way up to like floor 13 or so, and also anything back down to like floor 8. Yeah. There are some monsters which are really useful. There are some monsters which are not useful at all. If this was a casual playthrough, most people would be saving their eggs because eggs you hatch in the tower are left in the tower once you're done. But since we're only doing one run, we don't care.
Yeah. And that's actually something I accidentally pioneered when I first started speedrunning this game back in February. People realized, like, everyone kept the eggs, they held on to them because no one wants to get rid of them. They're rare. And I just happened to be like, hey, just throw them. Like, there's no reason to have them. And it was one of those things. And KaineTheBrain made a new friend for this floor. He threw a holy scroll which charms the monster for that floor or until it dies. So he has a little archer friend who he can't control, and it will most likely actually end up shooting him in the back if he's not careful.
Yes. It is quite possible for monsters to shoot other monsters. They're not. Friendly fire is most definitely not on for the monsters.
Yeah. So far, everyone, quote, quote, has a familiar.
Wow.
Kaine really doesn't have one that he really wants.
We should also explain egg bombing.
Yes, egg bombing. Everyone started off with an egg on the first floor because, again, the game has actually a pretty decent tutorial floor.
Oh, there it goes. There's egg bombing on Kaine's side.
Yeah, okay, so it did actually do the thing. Who is Sand?
Yeah, he's found
whatever.
Neat.
Anyway, he's probably some scrub. Anyway, let's see, Sand Knight. So basically, yeah. What's happening right now is
what we were explaining egg bomb.
Yes. Basically, everyone has an egg. You can use it for 3 different purposes. One, you can hatch the monster, but we know the first egg is always a Plumpus, and it's absolutely useless, so no one resorts to that. The second one is you can
let your familiar eat it.
Yes, and it basically acts like a pita fruit. So your mom, when you start the game, gives you a pita fruit. And it restores 50 MP on the monster that you feed it to.
MP is reduced by using its abilities and even just walking around the stage.
Eventually everything burns out. And then Kaine's getting a workout throwing all the monsters down the hallway.
Yes, you can also pick up, not all, but most monsters. And that basically neutralizes them and allows you to move them around, and you can throw them, but you can't do anything whilst you have them in your hands.
Some monsters can't be picked up though.
And the third uses for eggs is egg bombing, where you pick up the egg and you throw it at a monster, and the egg will immediately hatch, and the monster that comes out of it, which if you don't know what it is random, will come out and do a very strong attack at whatever you threw it at, unless you are throwing it at a group of monsters. It will hatch, but then it will spawn in a location next to the one you hit, and then it will choose a monster around it to hit, which means it can easily not attack one you actually want.
Or it might attack with too high or too low
and just
terrain and actually just void its attack entirely, and it's really annoying for that.
Yes. So DonForgo is still on floor 9. That you may be thinking that is a bad news. However, DonForgo is actually one of our what we call a slower player, in the sense that he likes to take the early floors slow, gain a lot of experience, gain a lot of items as much as he can, and then bullet right up.
Yeah.
So this is usual play time for DonForgo. He is now on floor 10 though.
Yeah, you can see on Dreamye's side, he actually used...
We've got a death 13 floor 20.
Oh, wow, that is an unfortunate death for Kaine. Yeah,
20, 30 or so.
Yeah.
We'll confirm the numbers later.
Yeah, so basically what's happening though with the ice rock ball is it will aggro the enemy. Thank you, Kaine.
Yeah, we got the number. It was more the time that we're
the
exact second.
Yeah, we're trying to keep everything recorded, so when Poulet does his side, we will know what he has to race up against. Oh right. We're gonna go to Dreamye's. There we go. Yeah. So. Nope, we're not because
that has his mic on.
Yeah, I will peg him, and we can do that for the meantime. We can't use DonForgo's audio right now, so give me a sec here.
All right, so we've got Dreamye on floor 14. He's having to deal with a lot of new elves, which are not fun. They're reasonably strong, but they have a lot of health and they can heal themselves. So he's opting to use a malicious score, which confuses the monster. The monster's direction will be changed as to what it's trying to do, and he's managed to make it past it.
Yeah. So.
DonForgo taking the opportunity to name all of his eggs.
Actually, he does that purposely. He actually does that so he can keep track of them. He doesn't like keeping track of the colors.
Makes sense.
Ooh. And you can rename them to whatever you want.
DonForgo using the terrain to try and get his monsters out of the way because he can't get up there. Ooh.
And yeah, so this is the annoying thing about the trolls with the bowguns, is they will actually go after...
And the upheaval trap is done, so now the floor returns to normal.
Yeah. So the upheaval and crack traps aren't the worst to deal with overall. And there goes Queenie. That's going to be an issue for Don.
Right,
now.
So only one of our runners has his familiar left right now.
Although Don does have an incredibly strong iron sword.
Yes, and he does have a lot of... He has taken the opportunity to be slow on his floors, which means that now he is... pretty stacked in terms of resources, which means that even without a familiar, he can do pretty well. Not having a familiar basically just changes your way of operating on these floors from I can probably fight something to just avoid everything and go really fast.
Yeah.
Which suits DonForgo now that he has a lot of resources.
Just wait for confirmation about the... We're currently just listening to the town music. I'm sorry for that one. We're just... Jamie actually is talking on his stream, and since he's using emulator as well, I believe it's you can't just use desktop audio.
Yes.
So I'm waiting for the ping back on that one. But anyway, so basically what's happening is right now, if the race were to completely end.
Kaine, why did you stop your timer? That's the only time we have. Oh my god.
It's fine. It started off at 8 after. I'm keeping track of that one. Okay, cool. Yeah, he'll do that. This is interesting when you only have... Next time... okay, cool. We can use his audio now. Yeah.
Can you also ping Kaine to remind him not to stop timers?
Yes, I will. I'm waiting for the ping back on that one. Anyway. So basically what's happening... Oh, no, he's still using... he's still listening to...
our stream.
Yeah.
So it's just going to have to be this music for now. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah. And DonForgo, again, we're not able to use his This is whatever.
This is a run.
Yes, it is.
Oh, it's more of a stream than a run.
Yeah. That's good. You mute the
Stream. All right.
Yeah,
So,
that's the problem with emulators.
back
Is
to
they'll
the
pick up all
action.
desktop audio.
Dreamye has gotten to floor 16. So, floor 16 is a special floor. Every floor from that has the last number being 6 on 16 or further. So 16, 26, and 36 has a chance to spawn a unique monster called a Baorong. Baorongs are special because you can throw items into their mouths and they will spit up a completely new random item. And the benefit of them is that they're
Actually, in the corner there, Dreamye's
Yep,
screen.
there
you
is
can
the
see it.
Baorong
He
right
sees
there.
it. He
Yep.
wants it.
is that unlike the random chances of items spawning on floors which are variable, when a Baorong picks up an item, they're all equally likely, which means that it's more likely that you'll get a rare item than if you just were traveling across the floor.
Yeah. And you can see here that Dreamye is using
Ice
the
Rock.
Ice Rock Ball to aggro. It sometimes will. Okay, he's lucky. He's actually stuck in a hole, which is actually too small for him to be hit. So he has to wait this out and not get hit while he's waiting for the upheaval trap to wear off.
Fortunately, he put down the ice rock. Otherwise, he would be. Well, he's already in a lot of trouble. But that ice rock will, like Shawnee said, will aggro the creatures next to it until it is destroyed, and there it goes.
Mhm.
And now he's.
And now this is possibly to the end of Dreamye.
Well, he's got a holy bell.
Oh, okay, then that's good. That's very,
holy
very
bell
good.
forces all monsters out of the room apart from your familiar. Your familiars are always counted as monsters, by the way.
Yeah, on the little mini map, you can see them marked as red, just like the enemies.
So it's impossible to tell which one your monster is if you get separated from just by going by color alone. That was a
scary.
pretty bad situation for Dreamye to find himself in.
Oh, the other thing as well is we can actually see when they load into a new floor, you can see the elevator, or not the elevator, the camera pan towards the character. If you pay attention, you can actually see where the elevator is. So I can tell you, and I'm actually going to say in case information. I know exactly where the elevator is on floor 17 for Dreamye, because if you pay attention as it goes down, you can actually see it, and that will help you get up to floors and avoid the more dangerous floors and stuff like that.
DonForgo using a blinding ball to make sure that volcano just keeps on moving and ignores him, which is a great use of that item. We are now 30 minutes into this run, and we've only got 30 more minutes to go, unless one of our 2 remaining runners dies.
See if that works, because technically you can reverse a timer by undoing a split.
Okay.
So yeah. See if we can get the timer back.
Yeah.
DonForgo having to dodge a lot of things.
Ooh.
Although he has a strong sword, Ko is still the weakest thing in the world.
Yes.
Compared to the volcanoes and krakens and other things he's going to encounter on floor 12. Oh, it's force a habit then from Kane.
Yeah, we'll remind our runners not to stop their timers.
I'll put up a timer for ourselves afterwards.
Yeah,
as well.
exactly, too.
That's the problem with that. When someone dies,
Yeah,
they
you
just
stop
initially
their
hit it.
timers.
But
if everyone was using their own timers, then it wouldn't be an issue. But because we only have one timer per team for some reason.
Yeah. DonForgo having to take the hit. He's on to floor 13 now.
Yep, and Dreamye is up on floor 19, hitting an Arachne, which is paralyzed.
He's very lucky it's paralyzed, because they are
He
scary,
came
scary
in and
creatures.
he was sleeping too.
Oh, there we go. There you go. 28
Okay.
minutes, 52 seconds.
There we go. Thank you very much,
Thank you,
Kane.
Kane. All right. So, yeah. I see. Okay. He says he was typing something, hit the hotkey by accident. So that makes sense.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes, you're right. We do need to keep going until it's full time /death. Yes. If Poulet was here and he was running, and he had already died, then we would be going to next death, or we would be going to the point at which the other team cannot catch up.
Yes.
So currently Kane is on 13. So DonForgo, so long as Dreamye keeps being alive, DonForgo has to be 13 floors ahead of him, regardless of what PouletSans like kind of turns out, in order to be in the running.
Yes, and basically, Poulet stopped at floor 2 when his emulator crashed and his computer crashed and stuff like that.
I think we're just going to disregard the run and have him run.
Pretty much.
Like, there's no point.
Yeah, it says he was 6 minutes 54 seconds in. That was before.
That's basically just one floor.
Yeah. The first floor is always the same. The worst thing's going to happen is he's going to get his egg changed.
Okay, so DonForgo's dealing with 2 separate Krakens. He's blinded one and got around it, and then
he poisoned, and he can actually kill the other one in a hit if you were to hit it.
Yes, but hitting a... Goodness, he's getting pincered by a lot of things right
now.
It is not fun.
The thing is, if you were to throw
an item,
like a useless copper or something on it, it would actually kill.
So he's blinding
Kraken.
this Griffin up ahead of him. That Griffin will turn... Nope, it's going to just continue on. Oh, that's... I was hoping that they'd hit each other.
Yeah. So Krakens, they are electrified. They will return damage to you. I think it's like 1/3 or so, or 1/4 damage back to you, based on how much you deal. So if you do 12, you'll get 4 damage back. But the thing is, they also hit like a truck.
Yes.
So all the HP that you want to save, that's going to be just the absolute worst. Because Also, Dreamye on floor 20 already at 31 minutes. That's a respectable time for that.
It is a respectable time.
Because the runners are playing a little bit more safe than they would just doing any % runs or attempts. Because...
Yes, if this was just a 1v1 tournament, everyone would just be gunning for it, but they've got their own teammates to think about. They've got to... Survival is really key at this point.
Yeah, and Dreamye is aware that he has to buff up the numbers for Poulet later to make sure...
Yes. Dreamye's at somewhat of a disadvantage because he doesn't know how well Poulet is doing. He doesn't need to know what he needs to hit, so it forces him to be a bit more defensive. Poulet will be under the same circumstance later, is that he will not know how Dreamye, DonForgo, or Kaine did.
Ooh.
Oh, Diamond Shield. That's...
Yeah, he finally got an upgrade to his shield after 21 floors.
So you may have noticed that the items in this game, they only have a defense or attack of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or whatever.
Yeah.
The difference between a 1 and a 2, and especially between a 1 and a 5, is very, very large. Yes. It is well worth upgrading just to get an extra 1. The only problem with that, and the thing that DonForgo is dealing with, is that items can be cursed. So he's currently got a steel shield equipped, which not only is it cursed and he cannot take it off, it is at -1, so it is not helping him. And yes, we have hit Viper Town.
Yes. Also, Kaine is going to be bilking on a bill. He's being a jerk to Patty.
Yeah, he's actually playing the game.
Who does that?
Oh, we've got another egg on DonForgo's side, and we're now on floor 15. It could be quite a few different things, actually.
Actually, floor 15 is a potential chance for Garuda.
Yes, I'm a little bit surprised that... Oh, he's got truth glasses. That's good. I'm surprised that he is not...
It's a clown
egg. Clown egg's not bad.
Yeah, no, clown egg is something you definitely do want to see.
Yes.
23% isn't that bad. It can range from 1% all the way up to, I think, 94%, 95% for heat.
No. Dreamy's gotten him paralyzed next to 2 blocks on 424, and there goes Queenie.
Oh, he survived!
Well, he hasn't survived yet. He's managed to get unparalyzed. He still needs... Oh, and that block is now confused. That's really, really good. So he's managed to get rid of one of the blocks in trade for his... Yeah, and that's when a trap can just wallop you from the side. Everything was going well.
Yeah,
that's a really weird room. Oh, it's just the perspective. I thought it was... Oh, and
he's got to take 2 hits.
Well, it depends what he has.
Oh, there you go. Mahel Seed, and then he can...
Yeah, Mahel gives you basically an extra turn. But that's
that's
not
fine.
Where he wanted that block to stand, and then move 1. Right, so all of our runners... Okay, so now we have a switch on who has a familiar or not.
Yeah, DonForgo has a clown.
Dreamye is lost his Queenie, and now we have a clown on DonForgo's side. You know more about clowns than I do, so you should explain why there might be actually a bit of a game changer.
Yeah, so basically we have 26 minutes left in this round. Clowns are slow, but they're able to hit 8 spaces away, and their damage is based off their magic, which they get multiplied by 2 just from being a thing. So he hatched it. It's level 12. It's the same level as Code's level. So it means it has level 24 magic. You can see the new L in front of him. He's going to select do mixture magic. you have to select the mixture magic. You can't just.
Oh no, he's going to use a poison bolt, which makes much more sense for renewal.
Yeah, that's true. But basically, yeah, clowns are trash. Yeah,
clowns are trash.
Okay. I have very bad luck with them. But you. Is Don not doing that?
Yeah, he's. Oh, we're up to floor 26 for Dreamye.
Oh, there you go. Here's the mix. 36 damage, I think, or 56. One of the two. Either way.
The vast majority of all attacks in this game are based on you being right next to your opponent. Just having range and being able to hit them at range is a huge advantage. Above anything else that the clown itself can actually do.
Yeah, and there goes the clown.
And we've got... Oh
no, Dreamye.
Dreamye.
The problem with the snowman is if you use Ice Rock, they can break it in a hit.
Can they?
Yes, their natural ability is to...
this looks... that looks like death to me.
Yeah. Their natural ability is to break...
That does nothing. And there it is. So 26 at 3440.
Yeah. Well, good job, Dreamye. You survived a lot longer than we can't use DonForgo's audio, unfortunately, so we're gonna have to listen to. That is phenomenal. That is really, really great for everyone.
Yeah.
Nope.
And we're going to switch off audio.
Yeah.
There
we go. We'll go back to. And there's a egg ball on DonForgo's side. He is still going strong.
Based on just DonForgo, so he is 3 floors ahead of Dreamye's team right now because we deduct the 13 from the 26 that Dreamye got. So anything above 13 is a plus floor on that side and something that Poulet will have to make up himself.
Yes. Because, it's... KaineTheBrain was at 16, right?
No, Kaine died at 13.
13.
So right now, with DonForgo being on floor 16, so long as Poulet... If DonForgo was to die right now and Poulet got to floor 4, their team would win.
Yes. Because Dreamye did absolutely phenomenal for having no familiar and the stuff that he had to go through. Kaine's being nice and changing the audio for us.
Thank you.
I'm aware of what you're doing. It needs more casino music or racetrack music. Always love that music.
So right now we're just seeing how far DonForgo can go in our remaining time.
Yeah.
So he's got 13 minutes to get up as high as he can. He's currently on floor 16. The higher we get, the more that Poulet's going to have to catch up.
Yeah. And we currently have 23 minutes left in the round.
No. 13. Right? No, I'm not doing math.
No,
right.
23.
No, 23. Goodness me, sorry.
That's fine.
It's a weekend.
We woke up early, yeah.
It's a weekend. I don't have to do math right now.
No. So yeah, does anyone have any questions?
Yeah, any questions, but also DonForgo seems to have a fair amount of resources on his hand. He just showed us his inventory and it's not looking too bad.
Yeah, he's out of the fireball though, so he's gonna have to literally... He's strong enough with his sword to 3-shot the troll with the bow gun.
What happened with his clan?
It died.
It died.
He fought Garuda at a right angle. It was on the bottom right. It just kept smacking him. Killed him after 3 hits.
And he has a Cyclone Egg as the other egg he picked up. That's not useful.
No. Cyclones are great if you can fuse them into creatures because they have the MP usage. So all of a sudden you can just spam everything.
That's actually one thing that we didn't look out for. On floor 12, actually, for various points in the story / the events, certain floors will spawn certain unique items. On floor 12, usually, I'm not going to say always, it should be always, but usually, a blue collar will spawn on that floor. That is your only chance, especially during this run, to get that collar, which allows you to have 2 familiars out at any one time, which allows you to fuse them together as well as let them work together. I do not know. Oh man, DonForgo is getting ruined by these pickets stealing his stuff.
That's fine. That's fine. As long as you can progress to the next floor, that's exactly what you want. You can sacrifice an item or 2. Also, we should explain as well. You can see the little green section on DonForgo's side. That's the mini map. DonForgo is one of the players who actually will zoom out the mini map so he can see more of the floor at one time. But I think it makes it really hard to tell where certain things are in relation to you. And when the other players were in the tower, they had everything, we'll say neutral for zoomed in. And you can clearly see it's like, oh, it's down right is this thing, or down left is, or down 2 squares and 1 to the left is, this item. I can't see what's happening on his map. Oh, there goes a medicinal herb. That one is a...
He's lost 2 medicinal herbs and the cyclone egg to pickets so far. Now,
there's more pickets.
So how pickets work? They have 2 movement and 2 moves per turn. So they double move. They aren't very strong, but they can kill you through attrition if they just, ping you for 1 every turn. But what their actual biggest problem is that they steal your stuff. So they steal anything in your inventory. And if you find the same picket after it warps away later on the floor, you can get your stuff back by defeating it.
Problem is they're fast.
And they also not interested in you after that they've stolen stuff from you. So the best way to deal with them is to have a familiar and let them tank the hit because the pickets can't steal from them. He's just in picket hell right now. Because he's trying to get away from this Arachne, which is one of the strongest monsters in the game, at least stat-wise. And these pickets are just coming in and just annoying him.
My favorite monster, for the record, I'm shunning the community. I'm a big fan of pickets because they're so versatile.
Look at all these pickets!
I'm so sorry, Dawn.
Oh, that's not fun.
Also, yeah, Poulet will be doing his match later. I don't know if you'll actually be able to do the second and third round, or you just have a blind first round.
I mean, it's going to have to be blind because you don't know what the result is. So we're not going to be able to mark any of the pita fruits.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. I'll ask him if he can do a run. Apparently, he actually had an acid raid, a scarlet, and a live shield.
Well, I mean, that's tough tomatoes,
yeah.
Unfortunately.
Poison ball doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
It hits 9 spaces around. It's a misconception. It does not hit the room.
Yes. So the picket stole a spell ball, the blinder ball, but he knew that
so many pickets.
The thing is that pickets actually, depending on how your run's going, can be really good to see because they have one of the highest XP values for their defeat out of all of the monsters that you can find, especially at this point in time. So usually floors 17 and 18, etc., are good floors to have a break and sit and grind a few levels, but this Arachne will not quit, and these pickets will not leave him alone. And it's all because of this missing familiar. If he had... there's like 5 of them.
I'm so happy. There's so many pickets.
Yes.
Why could anyone be sad? We're just trying to see how...
and this is the attrition that I was talking about. They can choose just move and hit you, move and hit you, move and hit you, and you can't get away from them.
There's the elevator.
There's the elevator,
As long as there's no trap going to there, he should be okay.
Don't say that. That's the worst thing you could have possibly have said. So all of those beautiful items that Poulet was picking up...
DonForgo.
Oh, sorry, not Poulet, sorry. DonForgo was picking up. Quite a few of them just got stolen. Okay.
2 wee dogs and a spider. Time to leave that room forever.
Yes.
Yes, Kaine is right in the chat. If you were to change elements, it does stagnate, or does prevent the growth of the mixture magic.
Yes, as we mentioned, all monsters have a natural element that they have, and all of the magic that they have also has an element, unless your monster element, which you can change using these seeds, matches the element of the ability that you want, it will not level up with them. So it's very useful to stay on a particular element and level it up with the monster for a long period of time and then switch it to something more helpful. And he's got another Arachne, but there's the elevator, so he should be fine. That would have been a pretty bad trap to have gone on, which was a blinder trap.
Yeah, so Don had great resources, but he's on floor 20 now.
Yep, Viper City. Kaine also pointing out something well in chat is that you can use the element changing seeds on other monsters to make the matchup between your mixture magic or whatever you're using more preferable to you.
Yes. And
what's
DonForgo was messaging the Discord.
Oh, okay.
So that's why he's all of a sudden not playing. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Technically, it is a turn-based game. If he has to type something, he can type something.
Yeah.
There's a Viper. You want to explain Vipers? Why they're terrifying?
Vipers are terrifying because they're strong, first and foremost. They're not easy to fight, but their ability means that if they do damage to you, they can sap your attack stat. And that is, for the most part, in a run like this, a permanent... Oh, that's a bad movement. A permanent change. If you have a Hazak Herb, you can restore your decreased attack, but the chance of finding that is slim, and what usually gets reset outside of the tower obviously never gets reset. The kind of saving grace of Vipers in some ways is that they are special in that they have their own special behaviors when it comes to eggs. It's not going to really help DonForgo here because I don't think he has a spare egg.
He has a health seed and he could try to go for a pickup. I think that's the only thing I can recommend.
Yeah, this is not fun. The unicorn right behind him can blind him. No, that's
yeah.
It. So
20
and
45. 50. So that is all the runners dead on the first go, minus Poulet because technical issues.
So based on this, Poulet just needs to get to floor 13? No.
Kaine got to
floor 13. Yeah. No, my maths is not working today. He needs to get to floor 7.
Poulet had...
No. Maths, it's hard, yo. He needs to get to floor... Brain. Come on, brain. You can do basic arithmetic.
I can't see the numbers right now, so...
It's 33, 26, so he needs to get to floor 8.
Floor 8.
Floor 8. Within...
45 minutes?
45 minutes.
Okay, yeah. Alright, so we will...
So it's not a sure thing. People have died on floor 2 before, but that seems like it should be a win for the blue team.
Yes, but anything can happen. We have seen 3 runners die all on floor 2 before. So...
Right. So we're just getting our runners ready. We're letting people know in the spoiler chat where things are at. Poulet is keeping himself out of that channel, obviously, because he doesn't know what's going on. And we'll just get started on the second round right away. This is a perfectly good time for questions because we have to wait for everyone to reset, and we're going to be doing the first floor again, which is exactly the same as last time. Thank you, Kaine.
Yeah, and Poulet may have fixed his issues. He'll give it a brief run.
Yes.
And if that's the case, he doesn't know the results of round 1, and he'll do 2 and 3 regardless.
Yes.
Because
and then he'll do first round later.
Yeah.
But if not, if it's still not working for him, then we'll
just do his matches later and not worry about it at all.
Yes.
So you can see his stream is coming back now.
Yep.
So it is apparently his Xbox controls using up all the CPU. I don't know how that works. I never knew that was a thing that could do that. But if it crashes, whatever.
So what is happening and how does this run work? Okay, so we're playing Azure Dreams. This is a roguelike tower climbing mystery dungeon game. For the purposes of this run, that's all this game is. There are other parts to it.
Yeah.
We have 4 runners. They are divided into 2 teams of 2. In a 1v1, what our players will be trying to do is get up as far up this 40-floor tower as fast as possible in order to be a higher floor or the same floor in a faster time than the other. But because we have a 2v2, what we have is the teams are trying to get to the highest cumulative floor as fast as possible. We're currently in round 2. We're not marking round 1 because we had one of our runners drop out and they're going to do their run to fit into that round later.
Yeah.
We're just setting up for round 2 right now. We're just getting through the intro on Poulet's side.
Yeah, he doesn't have any saves that are ready, like the other runners have, just to load and get ready. So he has to currently go through the intro that we actually took out of the tournament format for this tournament.
Yeah, so we're just getting ready to get going. So for the purposes of the rest of the run, this originally came out on the PlayStation 1, PlayStation X. Yeah, cumulative. So the red team on the left and the blue team on the right, they're going to add the total floors they get to. Your floor number is determined, the floor that you die on, the floor that you run out of time on. We have a 1 hour time limit on all of our runners.
Yep.
Or did you get to the 40th floor? And then based on how each person goes, we add that to their teammates, and then we compare those towards the team.
Okay. Yeah, so basically everything which is...
So how can you get the countdown without spoiling? Just do the countdown in general or something.
Yeah. Yeah, we're trying to figure things out because we have a spoiler channel for just the races. He's not supposed to know the results around 1, so I can't count down the spoiler channel like we normally do. So.
Yeah, we should have a dedicated countdown channel at some point. Yes. So the game works is that you, as your character, will be going to. Oh yeah, it is a dating sim and a town building game, but we're not going to see either of those elements during this particular run. We're just going up this one random tower. Everyone will get a random tower in one go and try and get up there without dying. The game works. It is a turn-based kind of puzzle battler is how I would describe it. Once we get onto the floor, it makes more sense. But as you're on the floor, monsters will spawn. What is the game genre? It's a mystery dungeon game. It's a roguelike mystery dungeon game.
Yes. We're still getting through the intro for...
How?
Okay, now that it is bugging me in the Discord channel. I created a countdown channel for the purposes, and now they're counting down from 99. There you go, to screw with them. Anyway, we have a lot of fun in the community. We all bug each other. We're all good sports about it. There's also, just different categories in this game. While Poulet is setting up, and he has to do a save to make sure everything is fine. We have different categories. We have the 80%. We also have the first to 10, 20, and 30, because getting to the top of the tower is actually really, really uncommon, despite what some of the runners do. Getting to even floor like 13 is an accomplishment in itself. I'm actually going to load up a timer here in case anything happens.
Yep, because we lost our timer last time.
So, for the splits, and there we go. We can start with that one.
Okay, so we'll be going off the timer on our side, but it will match up to their side.
Yeah. So basically, hopefully it sounds in frames. Yes,
yes. Looks like all of our yep. Looks like all of our runners are ready. We're just going to get a countdown going and get going on the second round.
Yeah. And basically, I'll explain the categories, because...
Yeah, we'll get the run going and then we can explain
thumbs up, and then waiting for Poulet.
Oh, he said he's ready.
Alright.
And DonForgo, yeah. Yeah, he's ready.
Yeah, okay, DonForgo's fine.
Okay, yeah. Alright, let's just get going.
Alright, so...
Start time.
Oh, stop.
Okay,
there you go.
Cool. And they're off.
Our timer's
off.
So yeah, basically, explain the rest of the categories. Like I said, we have a 10, 20, and 30 first two. If you get to floor 10, and let's say you get in this stupid time, thank you, Dreamye, you're waiting. If you get the first to 10 at a stupid time, let's say 3 minutes and 6 seconds, like Captain Luigi did, which is mind-bogglingly stupid, you can submit your time to the first to 10. Same with 20, same with 30, and if you get a full 80% run, that goes into the 80% category. We also have 2 of those because of Garuda and balloons. Floors are randomized. Everything after the first floor will be completely random to the runners.
Yes, and we're not running off a particular seed, so everyone will be getting different random floors.
Yeah, and you can see some people naming the familiars, some people not. It's a preference thing. Dreamye is saying Hail Hydra because that's what his name is in the Discord. I guess he's a Captain America fan, I believe. Is that I'm not actually one for Marvel. But the first five items that you're going to get in this floor after being talked to by Queenie a whole lot, it's going to be a medicinal herb, a wooden shield, a copper sword, a fireball, and a palumpa egg, which will be named a random color. You might see DonForgo name that egg so he knows which it is. Some people just memorize the colors that they get, or you can sort them and always sort them based on what floor you got them on.
Yeah, I always end up just sorting mine.
Yeah, I tend to, there's a lot of different things a lot of different runners do differently. Like everyone has a dramatically different play style. There is no right way to play this game. Whatever you can do confidently, you should do. Fee in general actually relies on enemy movement and turning the camera to find out where things are.
Yeah, I look around like a normal person.
I don't. I just walk blindly because the way I go through things is I tend to fight everything. Because if I can get the right equipment, I have something called AI1 strats, which basically allows me to do 2 attacks versus 1.
Yeah, there's a lot of like more advanced strats, which people will be using in this, but it's hard for us to point out because there's 4 of them. If you want to learn more about the advanced strats for this game, definitely check out our Discord server, or if you just want to see more of these matches. In terms of the floors, yes, there are some set floors, like 1-room floors, which can turn up.
Yeah.
That turning up is random, and how the floor is set up within that is random. But it is a pull from a set of, it's like a 1 in something chance of getting a floor like that.
Yeah, that one just generates, but everything on it, item placement, enemy locations, elevator location, is all procedurally generated.
Apart from that, one, you might say pseudo-random floor, all the other ones are completely random. They follow obviously the same algorithm, so they're spawning rooms, spawning the corridors, and the corridors and the rooms are within a range of certain dimensions, etc.
Yes.
The monsters that appear on them are within a certain range for that monster type for floors, but the items are generated based on their own individual random chance for all floors.
Make sure.
Yeah. So there's, in essence, all the floors are random.
Yes. We're also, just for anyone wondering, this is the second round, but to keep the results hidden, we're not highlighting the fruits on the top for Poulet.
Yes, so we've already done 1 round. We are not marking who has won it because we do not know yet, because one of our runners had to drop out of that round. He will do his run later.
Yeah, and if his thing crashes again, he'll just do all 3 of them later.
Yeah, and we'll just ignore it.
That was what we agreed on in the mod channel, in the Discord.
Yeah, we don't like people missing their runs just because they're having technical difficulties, and we've even done things in previous tournaments where certain people have done their runs in advance, and then we've run them at the same time as other people's runs.
Yes, that was in April.
That was back in April, yes.
Yeah.
What's with bombs over runners' names? Oh, those are not bombs, they're Peter fruits. Those are what we would be using to mark the winners of the rounds for teams. That's why they're only at the top. But we're not doing that this time.
Yeah, just because of the...
Poulet didn't start his run last time.
Yeah. Although he could have had an amazing run with the items that he did actually have.
Yes, and it's kind of a bit awkward because... Oh, good. So we have more people to draw audio from eventually. The problem is that even if we have to go to the 3rd round, because even if blue team wins the 2nd round, there's no guarantee that they run the 1st round. So we're going to have to go to game 3. So you're going to see a lot more content by definition. So that's great. But it does mean that we will not know the final results until Poulet does his 1st run off camera.
Poulet has a Scarlet Wand.
He has a Scarlet Wand. Well, he's
able to one-shot pretty much everything right now.
He just needs to make sure that he gets the Acid Rainbow and the Life Shield that he had in the run that went, which had technical difficulties, and then he doesn't have to complain anymore. Yeah,
so you can see Poulet is doing a ton of damage versus everything right now. Basically, once he hits level 5, he can probably kill everything for... we will know the result, yes.
Yes, we will.
Poulet is not listening to the stream, as far as I know.
And he's keeping out of the spoiler channel in Slack, and it's not Slack, Discord.
Yeah, but as far as we know, he has to get to a certain floor.
Yeah, we're going to stop talking about the actual floor until we start listening.
Yeah, so as long we'll watch Poulet do his 1st match in quotations there. You can't see air quotes because there's no webcam. But we'll make him do that first round, and if he gets to the floor, he will win that match. But we're still going to do the 2 out of 3. And for all we know, Poulet and Dreamye could potentially take the next 2 rounds.
But it doesn't matter because if they lose the first, if they
win this, if DonForgo wins the second one,
if they win this, if the red team wins the second one, they have to go to the third regardless.
Yes.
But like we have to do the third one regardless. If we still have to.
Stand that you figure this out. You have free time. We're commentating.
Yeah. Okay. So where are we? We've got Kaine has gone right up to 5th floor.
Wow, he went up there fast.
Yeah, he went up there fast. I'm not sure whether he stopped to look at all the floors or whether he's just gunning for it this time around, which is like all of these strategies can pay off or not pay off depending on what happens in the tower. So it's valid to just be like, no, I'm not going to bother trying to get any resources. I'm just going to go up as fast as I possibly can.
I've done that in a couple races where I put pressure on the opponents. But the thing is, I know DonForgo is watching the stream because I think
Hi, Don.
I think he is. But for the most part, we don't mind the runners watching each other stream. Dreamye died on floor 3.
Sorry, I
did not even realize
I was
that.
miles away. 6:52.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
He misclicked. Oh god.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, that is part of the race.
Oh man. Okay, so Poulet has it all to do.
Okay. So
sorry about that.
On floor 3, I didn't even realize that. I was actually focusing on KaineTheBrain side briefly when I was talking.
Oh, bad luck.
That is just bad luck. That is what it is. But that one was a proper death in the tower, unlike Poulet's. So I meant to use her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had a misclick there.
So what really happens is in this game, everything is turn-based, like we said before. It doesn't look like it when you see everyone playing as fast as they are. Misclicks are horrendous when they happen.
Yes.
So
you're only as good as your worst mistimed trick.
And like on one of my runs I got on floor 24 and I got warped into a room with a unicorn and a block, and I did not have a familiar with me. And I had to. I spent 2.5 minutes figuring out what was happening and how to solve it, basically. So it doesn't matter how long you take, as long as you survive is the thing. But misclicks can, especially in the very early stages, is horrendous because.
Yeah, I mean, we often say that the first 5 floors are the slow kind of like get me all my resources floors where you look everywhere and you're fighting most things. It's totally possible to die on floor 1. Oh, it's not, well, yeah, some people have done that, yes. But on floor 2, the first random floor, if you encounter the wrong monster before you've gotten your first initial level up, you might just be done.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's not looking good for Kaine either here.
Yeah,
Well, now that would be really good for Poulet if Kaine takes a death here. He's only 7th floor. He's got a Moline. He'll be fine.
No, Queenie's gonna die though. I think that was the last
hit. Die.
Oh, he's lucky.
Well, if he's lucky and they don't target it, he might be fine.
So yeah, we should point out as well is this game is horrendously mean.
Yeah, Olean fruit on Manila.
There might go Queenie though. No, okay, good. He's very lucky on that.
He got himself out of a bad situation there.
Yeah. So KaineTheBrain is very, very lucky.
Yeah, that could have been an early out too.
Queenie did not just get mauled there by 3 separate monsters while Queenie was moving back and forth.
What would you consider when you're just doing outside of the tournament, when you're doing any percent run? What would you call a disappointing floor level where you feel like I should have gotten higher than this?
For me, if I don't at least get to floor 12, I feel bad.
Yes, I would put myself around 15 as well.
Yeah, because I want at least a blue color if I'm going to be doing at least a bookless run. Because I at least want to grab that for fusion, an egg or 2, or if I'm lucky, and then leave. For an 8% run, I honestly like 16. Like try to get the bell wrong. See if you can get some good luck. If not,
I mean, that's the curse and the benefit of this game. The curse is that you may have that run taken away from you, or you might misclick, or something might just happen, which just sucks. But you could also just pick yourself up and go because it honestly wasn't your fault, or you did the best you can.
Yeah. And we have, like Saturday Night's pointing out in chat, even world record holders die on super early floors. Like I have a couple records in this game. I have died on floor 4 or floor 3. Never floor 2 yet.
I've died on floor 2.
Yeah.
I've died on floor 2 at least twice in a tournament setting, and it's
with
very
two
upsetting.
other people.
With 2
That's
other people.
amazing.
Yeah.
That was a great scene of match.
Poulet has got a Mana Weaver egg, which is unfortunately not that useful.
No, you can do it with Egg Bomb.
But at least he knows what it is. Acid Rainbow on KaineTheBrain.
Yeah, that's a very, very good
It's a very strong
spell ball
magic.
to have. But it's based off Ko's level. So the longer you hold on to it and you don't raise your level, the worse overall it's going to be.
Really?
Yes, its base attack strength is it can easily kill you both
he's
here.
just using it here. See,
Yeah, you don't want to deal with.
He had pretty
U-boats.
low health. See,
Okay, there you go, floor 10.
Okay, floor 10 for Kaine.
So he's no longer around U-boats now, so that's what he's useful.
Yes. See, for me, I didn't realize that it was like level based. I just assumed it was. Well, I didn't realize it was player level based. I thought that it was floor based and always just basically did a set amount of damage.
Yeah, no, it's based off your level. It's like 4 times your level's the base strength or something like that. Ko is a very talented magician, apparently. He can't use swords or staffs for doing damage, but apparently when it comes to using spells, that's where he does most of the damage. And when he's level 22, he can kill a killer with a fireball.
No.
Which is really dumb.
That's ridiculous.
Kaine getting a 1, he's just going to
one.
equip it because he needs the damage now. He needs that 1.5 times damage multiplier.
So we've got a Scarlet Wand up on Poulet, and we mentioned that before. That was really good. The reason being is that all wands increase your mixture magic damage, which is what everyone is using. There's many ways of attacking with familiars, but most people are just going to be using mixture magic. All wands immediately upgrade that damage by a modifier, and the Scarlet Wand upgrades fire mixture magic even more, which is what Kune uses by default. So that's the best one to have. KaineTheBrain getting, what was it, Paralysis Wand?
Yes.
So that's a third. Every hit has a third of a chance of, and he's got the blue collar immediately.
And the elevator in the same room.
And the elevator in the same room. That's pretty ridiculous. Floor 12. The paralysis one has a third of a chance of just paralyzing monsters for 1 to 3 turns, which is a lot of turns when you're in a bad situation. Wow, Kaine is hitting elevator train here.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, and he's already in front of the other 2 players, so this is only going to help the red team.
Yeah. So what? Dreamye died on floor 3. So that means if collectively Kaine and DonForgo can get to floor 44, it means Poulet cannot win.
Yes, and at that point we would call the match.
Yes.
Because there's no reason to keep going, and we want to get on to floor 3. So yeah, if they get to cumulative 43.
Yeah, so let's say 21 23 for DonForgo and Kaine.
Yes.
Or
so
or even if DonForgo gets to floor 14, if Kaine at that point is at floor 30, they win. Like it doesn't.
We don't at that point we call it because there's no way that the blue team can come back.
Yeah. So, and then as of right now, it's all based on how high Poulet can get. He does have the Scarlet Wand, so he does have a good chunk of offensive pressure he can put on.
So we mentioned earlier that some people play a little slower and some people play pretty fast. The good thing about playing slow, as we already mentioned, is that you tend to have more resources, though it didn't work out for Don last round because he got picketed to death. But the problem with going slow, especially when you're playing as a fast player or just someone who gets an elevator train, is every floor it is difficult to make up time.
Yes.
So being even 2 floors behind is incredibly difficult to make up over the course of 10 minutes, like 15 minutes.
Because you never know how each floor is going to go.
You never know. And so we have a difference of 6 floors between Poulet and Kaine. That is a second Acid Rain for Kaine. So that is really going to be really difficult. And it means that Kaine can, especially since his team has the advantage of still having the second player there, there's no reason for him to not just trash resources and go as fast as possible so that Poulet can't catch up. As we already mentioned, they get to level 44.
There goes Queenie.
There goes Queenie, though.
I saw what he was trying to do.
Didn't kill him.
Yeah, this is why Ko's level does matter a lot all of a sudden.
Oh.
Yeah, level 6 Acid Rain isn't gonna... And there goes Kaine.
Nope, Kaine, 14, 15, 24.
Yes. So, what happened there? is the acid rain ball will hit the entire room it is in. If you're in the hallway, it hits the direct squares around Ko. The thing is, Kaine booked through the tower, and because of that, he really didn't have a lot of levels on him to make his acid rain ball actually be able to kill the Kraken, which is terrifying to begin with. But when you get 2 free attacks off, basically, you're not going to have a good time.
Yeah, and this is what we're saying. That there are so many different ways of playing this game, and it's really up to you what way is best to do it. So now, in order to win, DonForgo needs to get to floor 30. That's what he needs to do, because Kaine died on floor 14, Dreamye died on floor 3. If DonForgo gets to floor 30, he gets to, cumulatively for his team, floor 44. So that's what he's aiming for right now. Unfortunately, he's on floor 7.
Yes, so he has a little bit of a climb ahead of him.
Yes, and for Poulet, he needs to hope that DonForgo dies, and then he needs to get 11 floors above where he died.
Yes. And yeah, so
it gets complicated.
Yeah, so it's basically a race now. There's still a potential instant win for DonForgo, but DonForgo has to climb 23 floors in...
It's still very much in Red's favor.
Yes.
But if DonForgo takes an early death, Poulet just needs to get 11 floors ahead of him.
Poulet is also a very fast runner. DonForgo is a very slow runner for their general playstyle, so it's going to go back and forth.
If they tie on the floor, the team that reached that cumulative floor fastest will win. I'm not quite sure whether they take the cumulative time or it's whoever was the individual runner.
It's the individual runner, we decided.
So the fastest individual runner to the highest floor a team got to?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's basically, it's like if both of them still manage to get to floor 15, it's whoever was the fastest to get to their highest respective floor. So if one was 16 and one was 15, you still go with the higher floor. If they're both 16, it's like, oh cool, Dreamye got to floor 16 before anyone else. That means he would have the advantage. And yeah, don't feel too bad about that, Kaine.
Those things happen. We misjudge how much damage things have. It's very easy to do, and honestly, everyone's in the mode of keep going with our resources, keep going higher, all of that jazz. It's very hard to know when to use all your stuff. Yeah. Can we change the audio to Poulet?
Oh yes, of course. So basically, the other golden rule we have is we don't if you don't use resources to survive and you die, those resources were useless. You get the best inventory, and the thing is, it's a weird mixture of trying to.
I don't think Poulet has sound.
Poulet does not have sound.
Okay, well we're back to the village music.
Yeah, we'll do Kaine then. So yeah, basically, if you don't use the resources, they're useless. And the thing is, it's really hard to use those resources because you can think you can get away. Kaine died at floor 14.
You haven't actually clicked it. There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Kaine died, like you said, on floor 14. He was caught between a Kraken and a Newell.
Yes.
Used an acid rain. The acid rain didn't kill the Kraken, killed the Newell. He threw a sword at the Kraken thinking that it would kill it. It did not, and it took the rest of his death.
Yeah, because Krakens are terrifying.
And Queenie had been taken out by the Newell just before the acid rain.
Yeah. You can see on Poulet's side,
where are we at here?
Volcano is just going to town on that ice rock ball. He had stuck in a room with the griffin and stuff like that.
If I had to put down a bet, I would still bet on the red team just because they have the floor advantage right now. However, Poulet getting a elevator train, but Poulet is on a higher floor with a higher level, which is a pretty good combination. It just depends on whether he's got the resources to keep it going. He's also hit another elevator train and got him a hell seed. I mean, that's always pretty good.
Wind crystals. There's 2 elevators.
There's 2 elevators in this tiny room that he spawned into. Yeah, because this game
is well programmed for how things get procedurally generated. Sometimes
I like it. I like the fact that you can get this randomness.
Oh, I know. I have found 3 elevators in the same floor. Apparently, according to a programmer who has worked on, or he's done the unrandomizer. Basically, he's been able to break apart the game, and we can now race against the same seeds and all sorts of things. This tournament is not based in that format. We're playing as if the game was intended.
Yeah, because the 2v2 tournament was how this game was.
Yeah, right. But basically, when it comes down to it, is we have still going to do a lot of damage to that troll sword. It's what, 20?
Yeah, looking at DonForgo's inventory, he's got a good set of things. He's got lots of medicinal herbs. He's got a ton of fruit, which is basically
even a restore scroll.
A restore scroll. Yeah, he's pretty loaded up with good items. I'm not sure what Poulet has in his inventory, but on a white sand, that gives you
he has a diamond shield and a scarlet one, so I think he's more than happy right now.
Yeah. See, there's some runs where you'll get tons of items and no equipment, and sometimes you'll get all the equipment and no items, and it's sometimes difficult to know which one is better.
Yeah, and it's just going to be one of those things where you just do what you can.
DonForgo tanking the Griffin because he picked up an ice shield.
Rise still hurts.
Still doing all the damage, but he should be able to destroy it on this one. No, next one. But he's fine, as long as he doesn't miss. But he might
miss. He might go for a fire.
He might go for a fire just to make sure of the thing, because if he misses, he's definitely dead.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Senai pointing out the 4 elevators is 0.000000125% chance or something. So
anything is possible in this game.
It is,
especially the stupid things.
Yes, programmer. We do have a like I said, the unrandomizer. It used to be, and now it is a randomizer because now you can randomize everything. So it's kind of a weird mixture between both.
Yes, we have unrandomized runs and we have full randomized runs. We also have the abilities to go up to 99 floors in the tower if we really wanted to. Now,
which Horza did.
Which is terrifying.
Yes, the fact that Horza managed to actually get to floor 99 on a climb in like 3.5 hours is just maddening on how he can do that.
Poulet getting another elevator, getting up to floor 17 once he's ready.
Yeah, he's just waiting a little bit more to get.
DonForgo generating floor. Did he die? No, he died. What floor? Sorry, DonForgo, we did not catch that. 2241.
Yeah. What floor?
What floor?
I see what you did there.
See what you did there. If we had not been paying attention, we might have written that down.
actually, I can verify. We actually had to pen to the paper.
40, that sounds reasonable. What was your actual floor, please?
11.
Okay. All right, so the combined total for the red team is a 25. So Poulet needs to get to 23.
23.
He gets to get 23. If he dies before 23, they lose.
Yes, and also, actually, to correct you, DonForgo, you can die on floor 40. You have to kill yourself with your own familiar after beating the boss. Also, I found out when I was casually playing, because you have to lose the Beldo. If you actually were to kill yourself first, you actually die. There's no cutscene or whatever.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, you have to make sure Bello does damage to you.
Yes, there is a plot in this game. It comes in at level 31.
Yes, so it's going to be.
I mean, it's still only a quote-unquote plot as well. The game is going up the tower, dating the women, and fixing up the town. And occasionally
introducing gambling to the town and paying for everything is the way to go.
Yeah, occasionally mini games. That's how this game works.
Yeah. There's a couple. Finish what we're talking about.
Goes to sleep, and I woke up.
Yeah, the sleep traps can be terrifying. He's gonna set the AI 1 and take out that picket.
Yeah, so this is how you deal with pickets. You put your familiar so it can't get near you, and then you just punch it. And the familiar will only ever take 1 damage from the picket, and then you'll get a ton of experience points. That's how you want to take it out.
Yeah, this is why you want to get to floor 17, because even like a level 8 Queenie can tank the pickets and just get a ton of experience that way. Nobody wants no one wants
weak ball. That's useless.
You can lower their level by 1. Oh no.
Oh, how helpful.
Yeah, it's really not useful.
Is there a use in game, in like casual play?
If you want to do an underflow glitch with a Batinelle. Batinelle. Sorry, which? Yeah.
No, I know, but like, it's not as accurate as his. It's 30 seconds ahead.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think Kaine will fix that.
Okay, anyway.
There you go.
So Poulet has already found the elevator on this floor. He is taking the opportunity to go and find as much stuff as he can, because he knows now, if he's paying attention, that all he has to do is get 6 levels.
Yes.
And so he's going to prioritize just finding all of the items that he can.
Oh, he did. There's a life shield.
Yeah, you could have had you could have the trifecta.
Yeah. Is there use in cash?
Yeah, what
Okay, I'll explain the Underflow glitch. The new elves, the little horse-like guys on floor 13 and whatnot, they evolve when they hit level 20. Certain monsters do evolve, and some people really like them. Batinels are relatively useless. But if you were to use a bunch of weak balls or a clown, if you have one, and you evolve the Batinel, and then you lower his level back to, I think it's like 11 or 9 or something, they gain more attack when they're a Batinel than they did when they were a Nuo before they evolved. So, if you were to lower their levels, eventually the game says, oh yeah, -2, -2, -2. Wait, you're at 1. Give them 255.
So,
and it does that for both. So you can have a disgustingly strong creature if you were to lower their levels. Poulet, not take any chances with that activated trap.
Yeah.
And you can have 255 attack, 255 defense, and you can have a creature that gets its MP back by using. You can feed them herbs for equivalent of pita fruits.
Mm.
So yeah, a lot of people actually knew about that glitch back in the day. It's not casual, but at the same time, if you got a new L, yeah, get a super Batinel. They're great.
I mean, the thing is that like the only reason why we're saying that that's a casual thing is because you have the time to do it.
It would be a tie in the number of floors, and because Poulet got to the higher floor of everyone, he would take the round.
Well, no, he's saying if it's a 22 and they have a tied route, then it would be the red team that wins because they got to the floor first.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So because Poulet is last, he has to get a floor above the cumulative total of the red team.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a much better way of explaining it. Is like the last person to get to the floor loses.
Yeah.
No. There's some chat going on.
Yeah.
Viper Town.
23, right?
Yeah, you gotta get to 23. 22 would be a tie. Well, it would be a loss.
Yeah. He has to get to floor 41.
No.
No, that's...
Stop it. I can only barely keep track of things as it is. Please don't try to gaslight me.
Yeah. Yeah, so
So yes, we've got at least one person in chat wanting Poulet to do very well, and 2 people in chat wanting him to.
wow, double wee dogs.
Okay, they might get their wish. This is 2 vipers on one side and 2 wee dogs on the other side. How's he gonna get out of this? He's got the ice rock there.
He should have used 2 ice rocks before he had a chance.
I mean,
he's gonna set the AI 1. Thankfully, with the Scarlet Wand, you actually can one-shot these as well.
Yeah.
So he's gonna the mixture magic, and he's gonna kill it because he has the height advantage.
Right. Good.
And then
he's gonna try and switch it back again.
Yes, before the Vipers catch up to him.
He could probably do this.
No,
yeah.
he can.
He's
He
got
only needs
time.
1 more attack, but he should set up another Ice Rock Ball before leaving, so he makes sure he delays the Vipers as much as
Well, he
possible.
could also just go.
Nope, he's just gonna keep walking.
Yeah, I wouldn't waste a resource on this yet.
I would. I'm terrified of Vipers.
They haven't got ranged attacks. I would look where I'm going though. My
There we
God.
go. Yeah, again, Fee is very much about that. I am not. But even in these situations, I think I would turn the camera.
I mean, I'm the kind of player who if I haven't got a monster train, I'm doing it wrong. So I'm not really scared of having that though. Yeah, he's got to do
It
the
is
same
AI
thing again.
1.
Yeah.
So this is the AI 1 strat, is you set your monster to stand there and attack whatever approaches him.
And you let them come into you.
Yeah, and then you do a mixture magic. So you get a free attack off, which actually does end up being enough damage
They're
for the most
2.
part.
Yep, keep
You
going.
can't take the
Take it and
spell
go.
ball. He hasn't even checked it yet.
Yeah,
Sure.
but it was
Okay, there we
worth
go.
it. He's got 2 of those now at least, I think.
Yeah, he's looking for that elevator though. That's
Still wish he would look where he was going though.
that's gonna turn.
I know, but still. Yes, so I guess more recently we've been looking at understanding the directions that monsters are going. It depends on what wall that they're hugging.
Yes.
So that
it's 2 mixture magics kill him.
Yeah. Hopefully he doesn't get blinded. Unicorns aren't too much of a problem, except that they can blind you from a distance like that.
That's why you walk up, not...
Yeah, but it didn't affect. But he's not going to move towards you, so that AI one stret's not going to.
He's just going after.
I know, he just wants to get rid of that Viper whilst it's still asleep.
Yeah, he wants to save that Olim fruit, I think.
Yeah, and now he's going to change back to 1. Oh, Viper's up, but that's gone. What's the range on mixture magic?
Across the room.
Across the room. Well, what about in corridors though? Like it's.
They won't use it.
Yeah, they will. No, I mean, if you and them are in the same corridor.
9 spaces, I think.
Yeah, that's one thing to know about this game is all the AI is based on room and corridor. So if you're familiar, so the worst thing to happen is when you enter a room, you hit a trap, and your familiar is outside the room. Your familiar will just like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna go away, because the AI the visibility rules are based on whether you're in a room or outside of a room, and they are hard limits on the doors. So the most dangerous place to get separated is just at the door of a room.
Yes, and actually, DonForgo tried to curse his opponents here. Yeah, there is something called a monster den, which basically, when you enter a room, it fills the room with the current level's monsters, and it is terrifying the higher up you go. If you fight them like a bunch of trolls, whatever.
And it has the best music.
Yes, it's music that we don't get to hear very often.
Yes.
So.
All right, you're getting there.
So it's gonna be one heck of a comeback for.
Oh, and to be explicit, he doesn't need to complete floor 23. He just needs to reach floor 23.
There's a rust. Oh, we didn't actually even mention rust traps. Actually, when I was listing off the traps before.
Yeah, we didn't mention. Well, we usually get a set that doesn't matter.
Yeah, or a wooden shield because everyone's stuck with it anyway.
Yeah, but yeah.
We're very, very good with the wooden shield copper sword. Wow. There's floor 22.
Floor 22.
I do believe he has an exit loop for floor 22.
Well, you would think he would keep it.
Nope, he used it.
He used it.
Okay, so he has to find the elevator on this next floor, and then if that's the case, he gets game.
Rust traps decrease most equipment by 1 when you step on them, except if they're woods ones or kind of magical-esque things. So yeah, he just needs to find the elevator on this floor. Yeah, I unless something really terrible goes on, I think that Poulet's got this.
Yeah. He should have put the monster to his bomb left and then walked backwards, because that would have been a second free attack.
Yeah.
That is, again, I developed this stupid strategy when I was a kid, because my brother always used to use clowns and death, their evolution. I used to hate using mixture magic, so I'm like, nuts to this. And I used to be able to play the game.
Nice item room.
Yeah.
Except that he only needs to get up 1 floor, so...
Mazar Seed's always nice, though.
Why not?
He's making sure he's not close to level before using it.
He's not in any danger of timing out. He just needs to get up in the next 27 minutes.
He has 5 eggs.
It's what? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he has 5 eggs. What the heck?
He could egg bomb everything in this floor. Oh yeah, everyone. DonForgo's just like
He actually even gets to heal his own attack power too. He actually found the Hazard Herb. Oh, this is incredibly stupid.
Poulet, if you're listening, please do not just slow go this floor just to make it more painful.
Okay, I'm the one who restreamed Sendai taking my world record at 8%. And I had to sit there quietly while he did it. That was the worst experience.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying just in case. Also, when he watches it back, it's funny.
Also, those are level 1 Palumpas. There's a mixture of Palumpas, but there's 2 different ones. One has a scar on their face, the regular ones. The one that has a scar on his face, there's the elevator.
There's the elevator. So long as he can beat this Palumpa, he should be fine.
He uses Wind Crystal. Yeah, all those Wind Crystals.
And there we are. So that's
there's
23 at 34.30.
Yeah, so that would be...
So that's a win for the blue team.
Yes. So there we go. We have a win.
So well, regardless, we are going to the 3rd round, but blue team definitely would have taken it to the 3rd round had red won the 1st round in any case. So
yep,
here we are.
So yeah, Poulet.
All right, Poulet coming back from tech issues to take the round and finding more acid rainbows. Come on. All right, we get a reset.
You guys dumb inventory. That is. Like he has everything he needs. 3 eggs.
He has everything he needs to go very high up this tower.
Yeah, he even has a restore scroll and a holy and elite. Like he had everything he needed.
All right, if all the runners could reset, please.
Yeah. I am going to go quickly to use the bathroom. I think the other runners might want to do the same since it's been about an hour and a half or whatever.
Yep. So we're just going to mute ourselves for a little bit and we'll be back in a moment.
Yep. And there we go.
And we're back.
Yes.
So we're just waiting for Poulet to get through the opening cutscene because he hasn't got a save state/save data file for the start of this. So bear with us, he's almost there.
Yes. Also, we have a dog.
Also, we have a dog.
Yeah. He's a good boy. They hear slight jingles because we're petting him.
Yes, as old dogs.
Because he's been a very good boy, very quiet in the background. But now at the hour and a half mark, we should probably pet the dog.
We should probably pet the dog.
So yeah, we're pretty sure it wasn't a seed map, but Poulet's naming himself.
Okay.
Alright.
We're doing the countdown now.
I should have made a countdown channel ages ago
Yes,
in the
you should.
Discord.
I can't believe you haven't.
Well, we didn't have an issue with this the spoiler channel, right? I got my tea, so they're all good.
I got my dog.
Very happy looking dog.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Alright, ready.
Let me just check Don and Adam. Oh, Don's typing. Yep.
Yeah, he's good.
That means yes. And
Dreamye.
all his emotes.
Before we get into the third round, thank you very much for joining us during the first two rounds. Thank you for all your questions. They've been really good to answer. Let us know if you have any more questions whilst we do floor one all over again.
Yep.
All right, let's get the countdown going.
All right. So I'll count them out, and then we can start going.
Yep. And they are a go.
And yes, John Bloody Thumbs. We actually have a Discord. I'll post that quickly here. But also, let's see if I can do this as well. Do we have runners? We do have the runners.
Yes, great.
Yes. These are our runners: DonForgo, PouletSansTete, KaineTheBrain, and Dreamye. They're wonderful players of this game. You should definitely give them a follow. Poulet is an RNG magnet for whatever reason. And with the delay, it will be happening. It'll happen soon. There we go. everyone's off.
And they're off.
So yeah, basically we do have a Discord server for our wonderful community here. If you're interested in just casual play, learning how to speedrun, watching streams of Azure Dreams, please feel free to join. We're very welcoming towards new members. We also always try and keep growing.
We also support the community for the Game Boy Color version of this game too. And as mentioned before, if you're interested in learning about the unrandomized / very randomized version, then please come along too. Kaine naming Queenie, whoever.
Coon.
His correct name, Trash.
Yes.
Yes.
Actually, I even have an emote for that too.
I mean, Kune's not terrible.
He calls your home a dirty hovel within 5 minutes of meeting you.
He's just rude boy.
Yeah, he's a rude boy.
I also find it disconcerting that he has boots and goggles.
Yes, of course, we should introduce ourselves as well. I'm Shawnee7188.
And I'm Full Featureitis.
Yes, and we also have Obi here.
And Obi's here with me, yes.
Oh, both of us, technically.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, we also have U-Butt from
Yes. So, the runners, we have 1 hour per round to climb cumulatively higher than the other team. It's Poulet and Dreamye versus KaineTheBrain and DonForgo.
Mm-hmm.
There's no time loss in naming Kune. You see the text boxes when you mash through them, it skips through them. Like, it doesn't have it frame by frame for each letter. So if you want to have a little bit of fun during a run, like Captain Luigi will name him Judas because, spoilers, he actually does backstab you at the top of the tower.
Spoilers?
Yeah.
There's so little plot in this game. Why would you spoil any of it?
I tend to name him Trash because he's cost me more runs than I care to admit. He also won't shut up on the first floor, but on his first floor, our runners, this is the only time things will actually be relatively in sync. They'll get their 5 items that they'll start off the run. They'll get a fireball, a copper sword, a wooden shield, a medicinal herb, and a random color egg that will always contain a plumpa.
And the fireball will always have 5 charges.
Yes. And that is the base equipment for the run. Once they hit floor 2, everything is procedurally generated. It is a roguelike game. And you can see on their side they're kind of going around the room. That's skip 1 or 2 text boxes based on what they do.
Yeah.
So it saves about 5 seconds. Take into account they probably named their familiar, so they're saving time back, basically.
Poulet getting onto floor 2, immediately finding a troll, which is excellent because that will give the immediate level up, which is the most important level up of the game.
You get 10 HP.
You get 10 HP, which is more than you'll get any other time.
Yes. When you're level 16, you have 73, I believe. And that sounds like, oh wow, you got 73 HP. When you're level 17 and you're versing killers that do 40 to 50 damage, you realize 70 HP is not a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you were to grind out to be like level 30 on floor 30, you'll have like 100 and... Actually, I think they're around 100, actually. It's actually a really bad scale.
Acid Rainbow for DonForgo. You'll see that pretty much everyone has already found the elevator on floor 2 and they're ignoring it because they want to go gather resources. The floors 2 to 5 are used for gathering resources and killing enemies before the real tower begins, which is usually floor 5. That doesn't mean that they can't die in floors 2 to 5. We've already had 1 death at 3, and it's not... go up trap though. That's exactly the trap you don't want to see on this level. You want to see it on all the other floors, mostly, not this one.
It's also really nice. Enemies can trigger traps. So if they were to hit a go up trap when you're not even in a room, and you go to that room, all of a sudden you see it there. Free elevator. Mm-hmm. It's like, use it. Okay.
Obi's being very cute.
Yeah, Obi is actually resting on my knee as well. He's a little bridge dog.
Right, so we're at 3rd floor for Dreamye, Kaine, and floor. Oh, and for Poulet, and Don is
also
now on 3.
Trap.
Yeah, here we go.
So everyone now is on floor 3.
Whether they wanted to or not.
Red team did not want to be on floor 3.
Red team got 2 go-up traps, so let's hope that they didn't lose the chance to get an item that would later help them.
Yeah.
And another go-up trap for Kaine.
Kaine is just going up the tower.
At this point, you might as well just gun it. And hope that you pick stuff up on the way, because he's only got 2 more floors of floors 2 to 5 to find items.
Yeah, so the best strategy you can do at this point for, Kaine is level 2 on floor 4.
Yeah, that's not great.
That's terrifying now, because Cyclones you'd have to kill with a he's going to have a little bit of difficulty here. It's going to be 3 hits to kill. Oh, he got the paralyzed though.
Yep. So
Okay.
who's managed to find wand? We have a paralyzed wand on Kaine's side.
And
we got a
Dreamye has a scarlet.
Yep, we got a
19
scarlet
damage.
one
It's a
down
scarlet.
Yeah. So that's really good for those two. Looks like no one else has found anything new.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got steel swords, so the steel swords.
They're all good.
They'll win if they found a steel sword.
Memes. So basically, the wands will times your. If you use just a basic wand, you'll times your mixture magic damage with use with Queenie by 1.5. If you have the same corresponding element wand, you will do another additional 1.5 on top of that. So a total is like 1.75 times damage or something like that. It's ridiculously useful. It's absolutely wonderful to be able to one-shot things. So Dreamye's in a really good position. Like you see the troll there, there's no troll anymore. He does 19 damage. If he gains 1 level beforehand, no, okay. So he's what? Flames have 20 HP. There's a damage roll for 20.
Yeah.
So the second he gets to level 5, he'll be able to one-shot pretty much everything. Don't try too hard, Opie.
Alright.
So damage roll. There you go. 21.
Oh yeah. So Kaine was taking advantage of the terrain by making both him and his familiar move down 1 in order to get the balloon off of the tile that was raised. Raised tiles give you a damage boost.
30%, 25%.
Yeah, it's
there.
pretty significant.
Yeah, and the thing is, you can use it to your advantage as well.
Yes,
the
but if
grounds
there's-
tend to be flat, though,
The ground tends to be flat unless you hit an upheaval trap.
which can cause all sorts of problems.
Yes, because if the floor is more than 2 steps higher, you can't be attacked. You can't attack things that are above or below you that much, and you can't move through the space.
Yeah, and
Where are we at?
stream 1, so I don't think, and a bomb trap. Bomb traps are probably the most annoying things to get hit by that aren't the worst in the world because they can destroy items in their paths.
Yes, because they do that cross shape. They can, if they hit anything, they will just destroy it.
Yeah.
Which, one of the things is that eggs are, especially for casual play, very important to get in this run. They can be, depending on what you get out of them. There's nothing more annoying than seeing an egg, wandering towards it without thinking, stepping on a trap and having it destroyed.
Yeah, you can always attack the areas in front of you as you approach the egg, just to make sure, okay, I really need this egg. I don't want it to be blown up or go up trap or whatever. You can be extra careful, take a little bit of time. This is a turn-based game. The runners will be playing more or less as fast as possible, so it will seem like it's very fluid. No. The floor is procedurally generated. There's always a way out. You would be unfortunate. You can always wait a turn by holding down triangle and pushing circle once. If you hold down both, it'll just cycle turns until the traps are done.
Yeah, the floors cannot generate spots that you cannot get out of. They can become unable to get out of temporarily because of the crack and upheaval traps.
Yeah, but they last for about 15 to 20 turns, so
It's
a time loss. It's not going to be the end of the world, though, unless they have the higher advantage. You can't really kill them. Your familiars somehow got teleported away. The upheaval, there's another gold trap on Kaine's side as well there.
Oh my goodness.
And the elevator. Does he take the elevator like a natural person?
No,
Maybe a
he's got
natural.
stuff to pick up first.
This scroll's okay. I would have checked out the seed though. The seeds can be really useful through my hell seeds. They've gotten me out of more trouble than.
If you're not in danger, I'd check everything at this point.
Ooh, an egg. Floor 6 egg.
Floor 6
Potentially a clown.
I mean, it could also be a bloom. Blooms aren't bad either.
Blooms you need to have.
You need to have a lot of
blue.
you need to have a lot of stuff, but it still is more useful than say a cyclone or a Manoeuvre or Manova.
Yeah.
Or however you pronounce that.
We haven't touched on this one at all because no one's actually come to this position, but you can actually fuse monsters together and then give them different abilities and unlock hidden spells. Blooms, the flower ones that can be found now on KaineTheBrain and Dreamye's side, the one that actually Dreamye is saying hi to right now.
In on Kaine's side.
And also, wonderful, Kaine. Thank you for illustrating my points.
Yep.
We have, if you were to turn them into winds, after fusing them with the Palumpa.
Scarlet one for Dreamye.
Well, that's nice.
But he's already got one. So.
Oh, he got 2 of them. Okay. All the scarlet ones. Oh, there's also a floor 6 egg for Dreamye as well.
Yeah. All of our runners really close together right now. This is really good to see.
Yeah, but you could potentially unlock the hidden spell excuse me, and give yourself a 100% chance of paralysis as mixture magic with the balloon. And that's something Sand Knight tend to pioneer during the previous tournaments. And it's really dumb on how efficient that is, but it's incredibly slow because although yes, you can hit them and paralyze them, if you're in a room with multiple monsters, it's not very viable. And on top of that as well is you have...
Cooney doing 7 damage to that balloon, even though it's got a height advantage. Gosh.
Yeah, and it's a very slow way of dealing with things.
Yeah.
Poulet doing a little bit AI1 there with the height advantage.
Yeah. Oh, balloon hitting a go-up trap on KaineTheBrain side, so he knows what that is.
Yep, and he's gonna... You can
move to it.
And
go up.
Use it.
There we go.
Picking up your own monster and moving is something that everyone will do at one point in time or another. Just don't accidentally throw him out of the room when you need him, because he has to be within range to use Mixture Magic, and it has to be within the room or within 6 spaces.
White Sand on Dreamy's, does he have a decent thing to use it on? Not yet, apparently.
Don't use a poison ball, Maneva.
No, that's a bad idea, because Manevas split.
They multiply if they get hit, no matter how much damage.
I mean, he hasn't yet, which is rare.
Yeah, somehow.
Yeah, it's not a good idea. I've flooded a room with Manevas before.
Yeah, you can have like 6 or 7 follow you at once.
Yeah, they don't. The copies only do.
Oh, Poulet. Okay, cool.
Copies only do 1 damage each, but they just get in your way.
Poulet's emulator acting up again.
Yep. We'll see whether we might. I mean, we're 11 minutes in. We might need to take that one and just hang it on the first round. But we'll see how it goes. Maybe it'll come back.
We're waiting for an update from Poulet.
Yeah. Anyway, how everyone else is doing. We're on floor 8 for Dreamye and Kaine. Yeah, he had a restart.
Yeah, he had a... I think he did a save state, so...
We'll see what's going on. Poulet's stream. Hey,
yeah, okay, cool.
We're back.
Yeah, he's having a little bit of CPU usage problems with the emulator, and it's causing a lot of crashes.
Both the saving and cursing
also,
grace.
He's resorted to using a wooden wand.
Oh,
so that's obviously not why he... Oh, he wants to pick up a wooden shield.
Yay!
Wood wands don't do anything. They have no elements, so they're not going to do a little bit extra damage or a little bit less damage based on what you hit. Like we explained before, but we'll just reiterate for any new runners. Which team won round 1?
Finish your...
Yeah. We'll explain that in a sec. But with the wands, there's also a triangle of, I think, like Pokemon. There's wind, fire, and water. Water hits fire for a lot of damage. Fire hits wind, and wind hits water. With the wooden wand, everything's just neutral, so you can bank on the damage, but no one wants to use a wooden wand.
So what happened in round 1 is that Poulet had a lot of technical difficulties and was not able to do his run. We still did the run with the other 3 players, and Poulet will later do the round, do that round's match on his own time. So we do not know who won round 1, but we do know the floors and times for all the other 3. The second round was a blue win, and now we're in 3rd round.
Yes, and Poulet, you can see, is having technical issues again, like he had.
Yeah, and the reason why we're not turning on the round markers is because we don't know who won the first one.
Yeah, we still have to have him do his other rounds, and...
Yep, TBD.
Yeah, and honestly, it might be round 3 as well, but depending on if Poulet...
I mean... We'll have to it looks like he's having a lot of technical issues.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying his best.
Right now, he's just running down his timer and his floors, but...
Okay, it seems to be... Okay.
He seems to be okay.
Yeah.
Alright, anyway. Other people, though. So that's putting Poulet behind just because of technical problems, but here we are. Red team, floor 10, floor 8. Blue team, 9th floor and 6th floor, even. It looks like Kaine's just about to get... Oh, he's checking out the floor.
Yeah,
is he going to...
U-boat with... He's 12
Kaine.
HP.
I'm talking about Kaine. Oh, but you're talking about Don.
Yeah.
He's got a lot
Holy
of
Scroll? It's time to make him your friend, I think, at this point.
Friend time.
Yeah.
But I mean, everyone uses different items in different circumstances, so... I mean, is he desperate to have to go that way?
Yeah, he has 13 HP life. He would have died immediately if the U-boat hit him. And I think Queenie has very little HP as well. He's also not a low level, but he's not the highest level right now for being on floor 8. Because you really want to book it to floor 10, because the second you come across, or I guess floor 9 is where Dreamye's appear, you can kill them relatively easy and get some good experience. I'm pretty sure Kaine does have a diamond shield, actually. That blue hint of a shield is something you always want to look for. Some of the items actually are identifiable based on what color they are. Like the wood shield clearly looks like a wooden shield. The blue metal-looking shield, I'm pretty sure is a diamond shield. The live shield is kind of a wood shield, but it's green. Oh, jeez, I thought Don was playing around with that U-boat a little bit too much. No, that's his friend still. Just jumped on the elevator and I'm like, oh, near. Floor 8, floor 8, floor 9, floor 11. Oh, floor 10 now, floor 11. So
it's still all very close.
He's got to take that hit, and yep, Poulet is taking the hits, but he's going up to floor 9 now as well.
Yeah, so he's all caught up.
You don't want to slug it out with water creatures at all.
No.
It's some of the worst.
Mirror Shield is pretty nice. Diamond Shield is better for this run.
Mirror Shield can save you against the blocks and things like that, but if you're going to be taking hits, you're going to want at least a Steel Shield or a Diamond Shield.
For me and a few other people who try to prioritize avoidance rather than fighting, the Diamond Shield is just a better option just because it gives you more defense on the off chance that you get hit. Mirror Shield is very good if you want to tank a lot of spells.
Yeah, and the thing is, I try to bait spells out of monsters when I do actually have the Mirror Shield and stuff like that. Because like, oh, it's like you see the Griffin, you try to always encourage him to use Rise by walking away from him with one space away between you and the room. Because if he does that, you can turn around and just kill him immediately with a mixture magic.
But yeah, I mean, like, any shield is better than a wooden shield.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You're always given a wooden shield, and you don't ever want a wooden shield.
Go-up trap for DonForgo.
A lot of go-up traps on red side right now.
Yeah.
Again, this game is procedurally generated, but apparently it's just very happy with the go-up traps right now.
White sand on Dreamye side into fire. White sand increases the number of charges of any spellable by 1.
Oh, I should also say, you have seen people load save states. That's not against the rules for like starting a file and stuff like that. Or whatever. It's because the way the RNG works in this game changes every frame. So if theoretically you were able to load a save state and move on the exact same frames, do everything necessary and enter the tower, and get through the first floor of the tower in the same frames, you would have the same floor too.
Yeah, for all the good that it'll do you.
Exactly. Like, there's no way in the world you didn't push X one frame too late at one point. So having them loaded up, like even on Poulet's side, he's not like, it's not ideal for a race. Like, he would not be able to submit this run to the leaderboard no matter what now. But for the purpose of the race, he's not fixing any RNG or doing anything because when he loads up his game again, the RNG is changing every single time.
Yeah, there's nothing underhanded going on here.
Yeah.
It's just technical diffs.
Yeah, so that's why we're not really punishing him.
Wow, DonForgo with 1,000,000 herbs and 2 oleums.
And a dead Queenie.
And an acid rain. Oh, like, why do you need Queenie if you've got all of that?
Well, the recovery ball would be nice for him.
Yeah, well, I mean...
Earth Shield, hey! DonForgo taking the Earth Shield.
I don't know, I remember one of the runs that I did when I had all of the different shields and I was switching between them and I tanked everything. It was great.
Yeah, when you have the elemental advantage, you take about 30% less damage. And if you have that with the height advantage, you take no damage.
Uh-huh.
So, or not, you'll still take damage, but you'll be doing 60% less damage and you can fight a lot better.
Live shield.
Live shield
for
cursed
Dreamye.
live shield.
Yeah. I mean, this is very close.
Everyone is within each other, and that's really good.
I think that Red Team, regardless of the go-up traps that they've been getting, has actually had better item luck and has more resources, but DonForgo's lost Queenie.
Yeah, so that's the big disadvantage between all of the runners right now.
And because this is a team thing, even though Poulet is 1 floor behind, but because Dreamye is 1 floor up, the teams are basically in the same place.
Yeah. It's really hard to, like, that volcano is... it can poop a rock into the wall. Good job, volcano. Because of this whole like familiar, no familiar thing. A lot of the runners actually are very talented in doing a queenless run, basically, or we joke about it. Ooh, an item room. A queenless run is basically, oops, trash died. Go up as high as you can before you either find another monster or just try to survive. That's the basis of what it is. It is what it is, and a lot of runners are very good at avoiding monsters. We actually have found out how enemies tend to move before they're aggroed. Just not her. Wow, he has all the stuff right now in this room.
That's why I'm not sure. Oh, egg down on Dreamy's side though. Oh, it's a U-boat egg. Oh, what? Oh, because he's found a U-boat head before. He knows exactly.
Yes,
too.
It's a very rare occurrence from happening. But to explain what happened there is if you find the same egg twice in the tower, or you've found the egg, use truth glasses, and went to the tower again, like on another climb of the tower. Since you already know what it looks like, it doesn't tell you what the color is. It tells you what the monster is.
Well, no, because if you hadn't have truth glassed the U-boat, you would know it's the same monster, but it would just be the color. So you know it's the same, but you don't know what it is still. He's already truth glassed it, which is why he knows what it is as well.
Yeah, but it also works with subsequent tower climbs too if you use truth glasses.
Well, yeah, of course it does.
I believe. Someone might have to verify that one for me.
Well, I mean, it doesn't honestly matter because this run doesn't do it twice. So.
No, because no one's leaving the tower. If they leave the tower, they stop. They're...
Balrog on Dreamy's side. We're gonna see some Dreamy doing some Balrog here. So he threw in a random item and he's gonna pick it up, check what it is.
Chirpy, not bad.
And then he's gonna pick out items out of his inventory that he doesn't care for, throw them into the monster, and just keep cycling items as long as he can. And he may get something good, he may get nothing good at all.
Glasses are always good.
Glasses
always pick up glasses.
Good. Yeah, glasses are either truths or stars. Stars reveal the entire area, and truths obviously allow you to find out how many charges you have left on your spells, etc. And then what you do is you destroy Balrog for his good service because he gives you a lot of experience.
256 when he's level 11.
Unless you have an extra Peter fruit, and then you can feed in that, and then you can keep going. But
yeah, if you're doing a casual playthrough, go up to floor 16, try to find a Balrog, find a Roche fruit, waste his MP, throw the Roche fruit against... Oh, DonForgo. Oh, just picking up the Griffin.
Just picking up the Griffin.
Oh, there's another Griffin.
Oh, no.
There's another Griffin there too. Oh, and a rise. Mirror shield.
Mirror shield. Beautiful. I mean, he's fine. I mean, he's got a mirror shield so long as he doesn't
Don't. What are you putting it down for, Don?
Why would you put it down? Just move.
Oh wait, acid rain. Acid rain.
Oh, just take all the XP.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I can see why.
That's a lot of experience.
I mean, since he's queenless, he got 3 levels.
Yeah.
So since he's queenless, and now he is at the same level as everyone else apart from Dreamy, who is level 12, floor 16, starting to deal with Picket soon, which is also good because then he'll get more levels too.
Yeah. There's also a small thing you need to be aware of.
Kaine? Why are you doing exclamation
marks? No. I think it's But yeah, no, I was gonna say is when it comes to you can see on Dreamy's side, he waited on the elevator for an excessive amount of time. He's restoring his HP when it's safe, because when you get up to the next floor, you don't know if you're going to be surrounded by monsters. A lot of runners will do that to make sure that they...
Yeah, DonForgo's had to go up a floor with 8 health.
So, and he's
in a room which has got a crack in it. That's not great, so... But he did get a truth blast, because that's useful right now for him, because I think everything is...
Definitely use it on the poison.
Because we know he's used up the acid rain. Acid rain usually only has 1 charge. 2 is incredibly rare.
No, it's actually been verified by a programmer. It's actually impossible.
Okay, so that was a myth then.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Someone just used a white sand without realizing it, or something on those lines.
Oh, is that what happened? Garuda abducted to 2 spaces away.
Yeah.
Great, that's fun.
It is Garuda is a thing which we have now split the leaderboard. There's 2 different 80% categories because Garuda is just so overpowered.
Yeah, I guess we haven't even talked about special abilities for monsters at all yet. So every single monster has a special ability that can be unlocked through fusing. And some of them are quite broken like the Garudas, which can mean that you can just warp yourself to any other tile in a room in a random tile, random room on the floor that you're on, which means it can put you in jams and take you out of them. There's balloons that can take you up floors. There's a lot of combat ones. There's healing ones. And that's not even getting into monster evolution. Some monsters, when they hit level 20, will evolve into bigger, badder forms. Don's down. 15, 25, 15.
Yep.
15, 25, 15. Yep, getting caught by 2 ogres. Pincered by 2 ogres is a common way of dying. And Kaine.
Kaine, I think. Oh, there you go.
Ooh,
that was scary.
Nice. Kaine is still hitting all the go-up traps.
Yeah. Kaine is also running, I believe, on console.
That was a weird one.
So that means that was a loading error.
This on an Arachne on Dreamye side. Okay, he got the next hit though.
Rattata does evolve at level 28 Eradicate. You're right.
Yes.
But yeah, a lot of the monsters that do evolve tend to get really overpowered. The one that people want to see in the tower is honestly Arachne. Arachne is one of the strongest monsters you can ever have. By itself.
Its special ability is to double its attack.
Yep. And if you have a Hazard Herb or a Water Crystal, eventually you can restore its MP, or it's not its MP, its attack power again with its MP with the Water Crystal if you do that as well.
Yeah, there are some runs.
AI 1 basically to floor 40.
Yeah, there are some runs where it is basically you've taken the Arachne and you've just gone to the top floor.
Yeah. This was to try to. This was Konami's attempt onto encouraging people getting into Pokemon and stuff like that. Honestly, this game is a lot of fun.
Yes, this game is a lot of fun.
I could not see an anime being acceptable for television with this world they created.
No. If you are at all interested in playing this game, you should join our Discord. This game is incredibly easy to get your hands on it, as long as you don't mind emulation. The disc itself is a little bit more tricky, but it's not a hard game to be able to play in some form by any means.
Yes.
And we've got an egg coming up on Poulet's side.
And we this game hurt. Yeah, okay. Yes, to run this game is something entirely different than to casually enjoy the game.
Well, I would argue that the casually playing this game can be more disappointing because you know what happened to my file.
Yes, unfortunately, yeah. Fee, years ago
when I started playing this game, I had
You were enjoying it. It's the most wonderful game.
Yes, so I was using a U-boat and I was using its direct?
No, Mixture
Magic, which summons a huge water dragon which hits everything on the screen. The problem with that is there is a floor here that can be generated, which is just one room floor. Everything is in the room with you. It's incredibly dangerous because everything will come straight towards you. But the thing is the programmers didn't allow it. The game doesn't work if you stack too many of those targets together. So what happened is I used the water dragon. It tries to hit everything. It never finishes the attack. I soft lock. I have to reset the game. A reset counts as a death. You lose all your items.
Yeah. And I think we don't have that file anymore.
No, we don't have that file anymore.
Or maybe on the PS3.
But it means it's very sad to lose that, and that happens more with the casual ones. With runs like this, you do a run and you're done.
Yeah,
like stuff happens, it's a problem.
There's also a bookless on 100% category,
which is much more sad.
Yeah, and I managed to get a Garuda on the first entry of the bookless attempt.
Oh, floor 20 for Kaine and Dreamye at the same time.
Oh wow, and elevator for Kaine as well. You enjoy the commentary?
Oh,
That's great.
You.
That's nice to hear.
Yeah, you tell that DonForgo that he doesn't know what he's talking
about. Hey, DonForgo needs something to do. He's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. So back to the actual game, because DonForgo died on
love you, DonForgo.
Yeah, I love you too. On level 15, that means that Kaine needs to make sure that the cumulative. How do you explain this properly?
Okay, so basically on floor 15. The highest that Kaine and Don's side can get is 455.
So if Poulet and Dreamye get
28, 27,
or some combination that adds up to 56,
yes,
they will automatically win. If the best thing for Kaine right now would be for either or preferably both Poulet or Dreamye to take a death, and then he needs to make sure that the difference is no greater than 15 floors.
Yeah.
And be first.
Yeah, and because of that, though, is... Oh, Girapita!
Girapita the Viper,
yeah.
lovely.
So it turns their MP to 0. That's what happens. Your own familiar runs out of magic.
They
become useless. They flash blue, and if they're too heavy to pick up, then you can't carry them with you.
Yeah, you
back in the bag.
Put it back in the bag. Get back in the bag. Oh, egg bomb, which is the Plumpa egg bomb.
I think all 3 runners currently have used the Plumpa egg bomb in the last 3 minutes.
That Viper spawned on top of an
egg, so he's going to move and eat the egg.
To try and move and eat the egg. Nom.
They actually have an animation for it.
I love it.
And then you eat it, you rip it out of their stomach.
And then he takes the egg and then he goes up the floor.
Yes, but the egg, thankfully he has a cure-all herb,
and he has a
is actually hindered now because it's been eaten.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's a picket egg.
It's a picket egg. Doesn't matter for this run.
Wait, does Dreamye have everything he needs? No, he doesn't have a Minerva egg.
Wait, what were you thinking?
You can do a Minerva and Picket you can use to clone items indefinitely, and there's sought after to do a 100% run or a bonus
How?
run. The Minerva can transform into the Picket, which is transform into the item. And then it's a combination of you steal the item from the imaginary thing, and you return it to the bag, so then the game thinks, oh wow, he's still holding that item. And then you keep taking him out, transform him to the Picket, make him vomit up the item. You keep doing that, you can get infinite amount of items. There's a couple glitches in this game which are quite interesting.
Yeah.
And Poulet's still rocking that wooden wand.
Yeah. I mean, he hasn't died, so that's the most important thing. Kune's gone off on an adventure, though.
Oh, and then he got Queenie back too, going up the elevator.
Yeah.
So he was separated.
Kaine has 3 holy bells. And Dreamye is waiting for something.
Okay, Poulet.
Oh, is that that's a big room. Oh. Is Dreamye...
Yeah, I was going to say...
Dreamye having tech diff?
He should be... Nope. Okay. He's making me just scared for that one, because if you set the AI 1, there's a chance...
And Queenie's gone.
Yeah. There's a chance Queenie actually would have attacked the sleeping Arachne instead. He should have directed it to attack on that one. He also had a bunch of Olim fruits he could have used.
Yeah, that play wasn't great.
No, that one, he's second-guessing himself on a lot of characters.
Yeah. Oh, it's good. Okay.
Oh,
wait. There it is. So we had a soft lock on Dreamy's side.
Yep.
And now it's back, so okay.
Yeah, so there's a certain aspect to these games with do soft lock, like Fee was explaining with... why did you not pick up the Arachne before trying to hatch the egg?
It's holy belled.
Oh, okay.
But also, yes.
You can throw the darn thing out of the room.
Yeah. It is holy belled, though.
Yeah.
So.
Don died.
Don has died. He's already out. He went out at floor 15.
There's a stealth on Dreamy's side. He's not actually attacking...
Because this tower wasn't bad enough, they had to throw in invisible enemies.
Which actually are really weak and actually kind of
pathetic. Yes, of course they are.
But either way, they're still invisible and they can screw with you a little bit.
That was a very strong play on... Well, strong. Courageous play on Dreamy's side to go next to those 2 coppers just idly to go pick up an item.
The zoos.
Yeah, zoos can paralyze you. Yeah, so... they're all getting up there now, and we're getting to the point of we've passed through. The tower hates you. The tower also hates you. Now we're in the tower really hates you and really wants you to leave.
Yes.
These zoos can paralyze you at range.
No, actually, they found out it's actually only close.
Only close?
Yes.
I thought it was at range.
No, that was a misconception of mine. Oh. I think if you have one, you can use it at range.
Now that's interesting.
I'm not 100% sure on that one, because no one uses a zoo. They're kind of worthless.
So Poulet got a griffin. So a griffin's not bad.
It's a basic replacement Queenie.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he's using it for, so yeah.
Yep. Ooh, that's an ugly floor, actually. You don't want a 3-room floor, because...
The monsters are just everywhere, all the time.
Oh, so that's going to be a 3-hit to kill that.
It's not great.
No.
No, really
No, it's not done, because you want them to steal at times when they're chasing you and pecking you. There's certain things that can happen. Yes, Opie, you're very cute. You want them to be able to waste their turn trying to steal or teleport away. If you have like 5 HP, you want them to attempt to
Queenie's been paralyzed. Yep.
Ooh, what are you? Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Poulet is very close to dying.
Oh yeah, sorry, DonForgo, is correct.
Oh no.
Yeah, griffins are anti-steal.
Yeah, that is based off the lore, which is a nice touch.
Yeah. So where are we at here? We've got 26 for Dreamye, 24 for Kaine, 19, and a lot of trouble for Poulet.
Yeah, what's Poulet going to be doing?
Okay.
Oh, that was an AI one by mistake.
19.
Rest in peace, Poulet.
35-19. Okay, that means that blue team has a +4 floors. So in order for Kaine to win, he either needs to have Dreamye die and go 5 floors or 4 floors, depending on what it is, above him, or he needs to reach floor 40 and Dreamye needs to only reach floor 36, or they time out and he's 4 floors above Dreamye. But he's currently 2 floors behind, so Kaine is going to have to speed up.
Yes. So there goes the top runners, literally. Don and Poulet. So the bottom's it's upside down.
Yep.
Also, yeah, the reversal trap, your controls don't reverse.
Just the camera.
Just the screen.
Yep.
So do yourself a favor, hold down the triangle button and look where you're facing before you walk.
Yep, use the map to move. Okay, we've got Dreamye got an elevator, he's up to floor 27. I don't know what the resources are looking like for these 2 players right now. Okay.
I think Kaine's actually
Kaine's
in a good
got quite a lot of stuff there. I don't know Dreamye.
28 for Dreamye.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check this.
Red team really has it all to do right now.
I'm gonna check this.
If blue wins this round, they will definitely be the winners.
Yeah.
Regardless of first round. If red wins this round, then we are waiting on Poulet's secondary run.
Yeah, and Dreamye does not have a time submitted for the first to 30.
So
if he were to get up to floor 30 here,
he would be on the board.
Yeah, and that's a very respectable time too.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Because 7th place is 40 minutes. So
egg on floor 28.
That's an okay egg to get.
I mean, he's got a million U-boats to throw. It's a stuff. Well, you can still use it as an egg bomb. He's got 4 eggs to egg bomb with. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh, he should have kept walking.
AI won, so...
No, the picket actually would have turned the corner.
And there goes the U-boat. First U-boat. Yeah. Egg bomb.
No, I'm saying top runner being literally the guys on the top. Oh, it's a Naples.
He's got a Naples.
Napleses are scary, but you should... Yeah, definitely that.
DonForgo, that's not a bad idea, but, I mean, he just needs to... Yeah,
that actually is a thing. You take it out, use it, and you put it back immediately, so you know what the floor looks like.
Right, but you need a lot of MP to be able
It's
to
12
do
per.
I thought it was more.
No.
Oh, yeah, he probably should be doing it.
You can do it for about 4 or 5 turns.
No, Naples battle.
Ooh.
Punchy, punchy, punchy.
They also have they have the natural trait of double HP.
Yes, and falling asleep.
That's just the computer versions of them. They're really dumb. Napleses are weird little creatures. Oh, dear. You don't want the snowman anywhere next to Queenie.
And the Naples
is gone. Okay, that's one more shot and they can kill it.
There we go.
Snowman thankfully have... Kaine is paralyzed
for the new...
He's only one floor behind. Good, there we go.
Okay, good.
I don't know if there's a better chance of being unparalyzed if you get hit. I don't know if that's a thing.
I don't know either.
I know for a fact Sandite carries the record of the longest sleep of 51 turns. Which was absolutely ridiculous.
Poison Ball on the Mandara. It's a good pick because it's water.
You shouldn't have picked it up. You should be doing the commands and stuff like that. Or you can throw Queenie once it runs out of HP.
He could have done one and let him stay where he was and just move.
Seal one. Okay, that's
yeah, and we're waiting for the Mandara to show that it's not taking... Okay.
They can kill it now.
Okay.
Mandaras have like 62 health or something like that. It's really ridiculously small compared to other monsters.
Olean Fruit against something I didn't see.
That's a mini up there.
That's different. Oh.
Never trust 2 items in a row on floor 26
that's why I was surprised.
28.
I think it was Kaine's side that... Oh no, Dreamye's side, he just walked straight up to a double copper on one of the floors earlier and just blase did it, and I'm just like, okay.
Also, the monster movement we have figured out.
Oh, confused with the necklace coming up.
And the elevator is to the top left there too.
Cure all, immediately onto the elevator.
Such a happy dog.
And leave.
Stretching and being pet by both of us.
Dreamy trying to keep, I mean, Kaine has been catching up, but we're on
monsters! Time to acid rain.
Yeah. Get rid of
3
those.
fire creatures and 2 Minivas, so there you go.
Lots of XP though.
Yeah.
Level 21, 22.
There you go.
Yep, level 22.
He has a Scarlet Wand. I did mention before, if you do AI 1 at level 23, you can pretty much kill everything in the tower.
And there's another elevator. He's up to floor 30.
Wow,
I mean, he just needs to hit level 36 to win.
40. You are 7th place on the leaderboard, sir, for first at 30.
Congratulations. Getting rid of that sleeping tyrant.
Also, as of now...
Oh,
okay, that's good on Queenie.
Yeah, better
on...
than you being on you.
Yeah. Because you can pick up Queenie and leave.
Yeah, but you can't pick up.
Ooh. Like, close that on his side. Or reset or something. Oh, another cure-all herb. Ooh, there's the tech issues happening. Ooh. So that's a killer. It has literally 2 axes for hands. And
why are we fighting?
They're actually not very strong. It's funny.
But they crit though, right?
They crit if you...
So what, is he going to do that and pick up Queenie and just leave? Or... Oh.
And Kaine using the leave... Yeah, don't let him... There we go.
Yeah, that seems a bit... Oh, we've got another egg though down here on floor 27.
These two are just going at it. It's amazing.
Making a few choices which I wouldn't make, but we're all different. We all have different methods and they're all very valid.
Yeah.
Do whatever you feel comfortable with. Ooh, that's a
Holy Bells, get rid of that zoo.
I'm more worried about...
Oh, he's confused. That's what's happening on Kaine's side.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Poulet's making actual save file now.
It's not a bad idea. Yep, get out of here. I used a... Well, so you used a Holy Bell to get the killer out of the room, then walked out to the killer next to it, so it did 60 damage to him.
Yeah.
He's crunch. And here's the plot! Now, the bad thing about this is that we have no idea how many monsters are in this room until this cutscene is done, and he only has 25 health. Okay, it's not too bad.
Something else
it could have been worse.
Oh, the sleeping killer. Okay, Obi, you're gonna fall.
No, it's fine.
He's literally acting as a bridge right now.
Alright.
Little ham dog.
Ooh, it's still really close.
You can hear the napless on Kaine's side. You can hear that snoring. He should be able to actually kill...
Vertro.
There we go. Dreamy being able to kill that killer. Killers only appear for floor 30, 31, and 32. After that, it becomes much worse with glaciers and golems for the rest of the tower.
First runs, Dad. Poulet's getting ready for his first run.
That's cute.
Alright, got a bit of a... Oh, nice Aline, though.
They got some... Yeah, someone got plotting your dating sim. How dare they?
Yeah, how dare they?
Ooh, and a very lucky acid rain for
yeah, not bad
Dreamy.
at all. He needs to kind of leave.
Yeah.
And leave without... Okay. And we reach for floor 30.
32.
32 and 30. I mean...
They're still going at it.
I mean, it's still not great because regardless of what Dreamy ends up doing, Kaine's got to do 4 better.
Yeah.
4 better? 5 better.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. There's the acid rainbow. 2 dragons and a tyrant.
Beautiful.
So there's all the levels now for that.
Beautiful, beautiful. So yeah, the Kaine loses if Dreamy gets to level 36. He also loses if he does not pass Dreamy's total by 5.
Yeah. Also, just because they are so close to the top of the tower, if it becomes possible...
If it becomes possible, we will let them go to 40. Don't worry about that. Because they're both really close.
I get that, because with the second round being so little...
Yeah, we're not hurting for time.
Yeah, Dreamy actually has yet to finish a 40 floor run.
Yeah.
So, because of that, it'd be very fair to say, wow, we're just going to stop your run here when you won. So... That's very unfortunate for anyone to go through.
You vote. Nice. Ooh, Prison Trappers did not act. That would have been... Oh! 32, 44.
Oh, hey, the life shield actually did damage back to the killer.
What was it? 32, 34.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Well, the game is on.
Yeah.
Kaine needs to get to 38.
This time we actually have the audio for the tower for the final runner.
Yes, let's go, Kaine.
I love that music for floor 30. Such a good jingle. Yeah, they're currently at sum total of 51.
Yeah, so the difference between DonForgo and Poulet was 4. Dreamye got to 33, which means that he needs to do 5 floors above 33, which is 38.
I don't know if he has
Unless my
splits on
maths
his
is
side,
wrong,
but-
and then someone tell me.
He did die on floor 32,
Was
right?
it 32? I thought it was 33.
No, you got to floor 32.
Oh, my bad. Okay, well then it's 37 then.
That's good. Great timing.
Okay.
Okay, 32.
Okay, so 32. So I am incorrect. It is 37 that we're looking for. 36 would tie, but because Kaine is behind on time, that would mean that they would lose.
Yeah,
so they
and this
need to get to 37.
So this is unfortunate for Poulet and Dreamye. Kaine is a bookless runner.
Yes.
He's also experimented on doing a first run fully using only or getting the ultimate egg and selling that for funds and stuff like that. So he's done quite a few 80% attempts and stuff like that.
But the tower is dangerous.
Yes, but floor 30 onwards, like everything under you can deal with. Everything 30 and up is horrendously difficult when it comes to like two-shotting you, because he has 78 HP. That's nowhere near enough to anything. Oh, that's a Minerva. He called that one.
Yeah, called that one. Very nice.
Yeah. So hopefully
everything stays.
he can just get to the elevator.
Yep.
There you go.
Okay.
He's on to the plot part now.
6 floors to go. Wow, technically 5.
Kaine has done like 3 full runs of this turn. Yeah.
Yep.
Kaine.
Oh, plot!
How do you do? I am plot.
And yes, I killed your father. Oh. And yes, I am missing an arm. Don't stare.
I think my right arm is throbbing. So, spoilers. Does that mean Queenie is throbbing?
Shh. This is a PG.
No, I'm serious.
Kaine also, it's not too much of a concern right now. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, the basic plot of this game is your father was apparently the best monster tamer in the world, despite you living in a tiny little shack that he spent no money on. He met someone in the tower, they made it to floor 40, and to save the world and to prevent the ultimate egg from going into Beldo's
Are you
hand.
sure you want to, this is primo plot points that you're spoiling for everyone. Yeah, exactly.
Spoilers, yeah.
This is like, if someone comes here for the story, you're killing it.
Yeah. Okay, so Patty, you unlock. Yeah, there's a girlfriends you can date in this game. There's different like I did a bunch of tutorial streams and stuff like that. We have a bunch of resources in the community. Oh, I saw where the. Now, do you attack the sleeping dragon or do you go for?
You go for the. Yeah, no.
Oh, it's a weak ball.
That's useful.
Even better.
Yeah.
I'm spoiling. So DonForgo died. Spoilers.
Spoilers. It's round 3, and Kaine has to make it to floor 37. And there's the elevator.
And also a glacier.
Yeah.
Which is coming
and
towards
a sleeping
him.
tyrant.
So he should keep walking straight because the glacier will turn.
Yeah, and keep out of its threat range, and then double back so the dragon doesn't
pick a
see
fight
him.
with the dragon.
Turn your camera around, see where the glacier is. My goodness.
Oh wow, he has no resources
He
anymore.
has 0 resources. Why are you waiting?
No, he's waiting so he can sleep.
Fine. He could have just not and just walked back.
The way the monsters move is they always have their left hand on the wall.
And he woke up immediately.
Yep.
So yeah, and the glacier's already gone.
Yep. I know. So sleep has a chance of just waking up after you
Well,
use
it's because
They
their
get paralyzed.
turn is right afterwards. So it's not a guaranteed single turn. So now he just needs to go. And now the tyrant woke up.
So the tyrant will turn the corner.
Well, not anymore.
Well, the thing is, tyrants aren't very strong, so you don't have to worry too much about them.
Okay.
He's just making check that dragon, still asleep. Cool. That's an empty fireball for the record.
I hope.
What he should have done is AI1 actually.
Yeah,
because AI1 would have actually made it so he.
Yeah,
he
okay,
would-
and I'll just
he
go
would die.
straight to the elevator and hope that nothing else has moved in that room yet. Which it has not. Assuming there's no traps. And the glacier's coming back.
That glacier?
Sleep,
Okay, good.
Yeah.
There's a potential chance before he stepped on there, the glacier could have used his ability and shoved him to the wall.
Yeah, which would have been pretty bad at this point.
Glaciers are extremely annoying for.
3 floors to go.
Oh, hi!
Oh, hi!
Speaking of extremely annoying things that can one-shot things.
See, now this is where I would use sleep.
Yeah.
That's not
The
bad.
hell seed? That's cool. You know he's dead.
No. Well,
Oh, it's targeting Queenie.
that's lucky.
Yeah, because that should have been double damage for.
Doubles. Yeah,
Golems are the scariest thing in the tower. For
okay, it's the sleep, which
But the thing
scary.
is, now he can do mixture magic and try to kill it.
But
And you want to do that because you don't want him following you. Ooh,
That's
there's the paralysis.
and a crit.
And then this now.
Yeah, because he's
Since
getting
he's
2
using the hell seed, he's doing a
turns.
second turn as well.
Yeah, that use of the hell seed's kind of pointless. Because he sleeped it and then he could have just
Well, the thing is. Yeah.
pushed Queenie.
Yeah, the thing is, monsters don't move on your extra turns from the hell
Yeah.
seeds. So yeah, he just shoved Queenie there. That's a mechanic that a lot of people
Oh, and
don't
the
know
elevator's
about.
right there. That's neat. Okay, it's getting really. Why would you not wait and let Queenie get some health back? Oh well.
It's a good OB.
Oh god, that's a room.
So.
Okay, so. Yeah, I know, but like he only has to get 2 more floors. Waiting to get Queenie's
Although
health
at this
back.
point, with his resources,
Yeah, what are you gonna do here?
that's an empty
Yep.
spitball, and that's Queenie dead.
Oh, gonna have the clutch paralysis. I'm just gonna get the pen ready.
Not that we don't believe in you,
Not that we
Kane.
don't believe in you, Kane.
Actually, what he should have done, there is a glitch that you can do by releasing Queenie above your head and becoming immortal.
Oh, that's rude, though.
He could have done that,
That's rude.
and that is.
Yeah, that's a horrible room to go into.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I think he's going to die.
unless you had a holy bell, that was pretty much unassailable. What else could you have done if you'd had anything? You just okay, Kane. You just
Go for the poison. They'll remember you as they sneeze themselves to weakness.
hey 34.
Actually, acid rain wouldn't have killed.
52.
It would have.
It was empty anyway.
Yeah, but even if it would have at that level, I don't think it would have killed the glaciers, and Golem would be resistant to it and survive.
Okay, so red team ended up with 49 floors, and blue team ended up with 51. So that's a win for blue, like we mentioned. And because of that, we know that the whole thing is a win for blue because the first round didn't matter anyway.
Yep.
Because if it had been a blue round, they would have won on the second round, and if it had been a red round, they would have won on the third.
Yeah.
So, Poulet, you didn't need to do the other one anyway.
That was a heck of a set.
Oh gosh.
Props to all the runners.
Yeah,
they did
that's-
an amazing job.
Let's see if we can get them. We've got time, right? For
Yeah, we can do a quick.
See if we got time
Jump
for an
in for an
interview.
interview.
Yeah, yeah, that's the one.
Okay, Obi, stop shoving my hand around.
It's fine. I got him.
I stopped playing the dog. He started.
Yeah. Anyway.
I'll send you guys a link for
Yeah.
that. Oh, it changes each time. That's great. One for Poulet, DonForgo. There we go.
And Kane.
And
Awesome.
hello. Welcome.
Hello. Welcome.
Hey,
How you doing?
feeling pretty good. Good set of games.
Yeah.
I played pretty poorly through a couple of those. I'm pretty sure I could have hit 40 on that last one if I hadn't. That was my second death to a misclick this set, so that was pretty frustrating. But we won in the end, so I can't be too upset about it.
Yeah, and now your guys are going up against Sand Knight and Wooga.
Yeah. You
Oh,
really
boy.
killed it. Yep.
Yeah, and that's gonna be a scary setup to begin with.
Hello.
Welcome, Kane.
Hey, what's up?
this end, so that was pretty. Oh, I can hear myself.
Nope.
Yeah. Someone has
Yep.
speakers.
You guys are going up against Sand Knight.
Hello,
Kaine
I
side.
believe it's Kaine.
Really killed him. Yep.
I had too many things.
Yep. Too many things.
So yeah.
Yeah. So
I will actually just mark this down. So. You actually can mark the top.
Yeah, we can mark it now. So yes. Wow, indeed.
That was my second death. I mean, coming into that third game, I was feeling
Hello,
pretty
welcome,
confident that even if we lost, that Poulet would be able to take the first game for us. But to come out with a win on the second and third round feels pretty good.
Yeah, we had some really interesting rounds. I mean, Dreamy, you had the biggest difference between your worst and best runs, but taking out your third floor death, you got a 26 and a 32, which is the most consistently high out of everyone. So I mean, you really pulled it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that second round, it was so dumb. I just I mean I'm a pretty fast player in general. I don't sweat it too much, and yeah, I was like, oh, I better use a medicinal herb to be safe here, and then I just clicked in too fast, attacked, and he hit me instead of the monster, and it was just a string of bad luck. And the funny thing is that third round, nobody noticed it, but I actually started off at a bit of a deficit because when I was fighting that first Palumpa, I went to equip my sword, and I fired off a fire shot by accident in a random direction.
So you only had 4 charges for the start.
Yeah, so I was playing with 4 charges there. I lucked out. I got a bunch of white sand to pick that back up, and there's a couple items that came in
I'm gonna have
basically.
to duck out. My dog's freaking out. Sorry.
That's fine.
No worries.
Like those 2 acid rain balls, both saved me from ridiculous monster rooms.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was a lot of acid rainbow this run from everyone.
Also, Poulet, I'm glad you're able to do your 2 matches.
Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of, huh? It was
Yeah.
painful, man. But
Yes.
Adam did very well. He carried me. I'm very happy about it.
Oh, you guys
Yeah.
made a great team, and like again, Mick, we would have to do your first match over if that mattered. But you guys actually both took rounds 2 and 3.
Yeah.
So you guys legitimately won.
Yeah. Well done.
All right, that's great.
Yeah, our team has been pretty solid, carrying back and forth. I owed Poulet a couple. He's carried me a few times. So today was a good feeling to be able to put him on my back and be like, I got this one today.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, it's been very interesting sets to watch. You guys are gonna have to go back and. Is this about to be game 3? No, it's actually finished now, Horza. Sorry, chat.
Yes.
Yeah, this was a absolutely great set of matches for you guys. Like, honestly, you guys should have died more times than not.
Yeah,
in certain situations.
There
but
was some
that's
pretty
beside the
bad.
point.
There were some pretty bad situations that everyone did really well to get out of. It's a shame that we're gonna have to say goodbye to Kaine and DonForgo in the tournament. This is the losers bracket, but I'm really excited to see Poulet and Dreamy face off in the losers final. That is going to be an excellent match.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and don't get me wrong. Dreamy is just getting started.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Dreamy, you started the community by wanting to be a commentator one day after joining, and now you're going into the losers finals.
I mean, if we were taking averages, Dreamy would be having the highest average full count this match. So
Yep.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been
So, yeah,
playing
tough
this
team
game
to
for a
beat.
long time, and I think there's a couple strats that I've been using that I don't really see a lot of people using. I think a lot of people sleep on using 2 monsters. I didn't get lucky enough to get solid eggs. I mean, I had a lot of eggs, none that I felt was worth the time to hatch. But yeah, it's been really cool to basically kind of cannibalize people's strats and make myself better. Like I can't remember who I was watching the last set of games I watched, but it was the first time I saw someone use the AI1 twice, and that actually helped me out in that third race. I used it a couple times, and it kind of pulled me out of a bad situation.
Yeah, there's no 2 runners will play alike. Like I'm probably the one who is most knowledgeable about AI1. But at the same time, people have taken my AI1 strats and done their own things with it and whatever. So everyone's gonna be playing completely different, and it's great. I think that's it.
Yeah, I think we're about to wrap up. So thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the matches. They were really interesting. I love that we went to round 3 and had that fantastic high level run. Join our Discord, follow our runners, follow us if you're odd. But I hope that everyone really enjoyed their time.
There we go. There's all the links, the stuff like that.
Yep.
We do have our, like I said, Discord server. Even if you don't want to learn to run the game, we are more than happy to accept people. If you want to help commentate or do whatever.
Or just keep up to date with when we're doing events.
Yeah. We'll be posting links, obviously, when people are doing the next tournament match. And...
Any last words from our winning team?
Great games.
Great games. Well played to KaineTheBrain.
Yeah, looking forward to play Sand Knight and Wugga. They're a scary team. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
They are very, very scary.
All right. Well, thank you for our runners. Thank you to commentators. Thank you for Speed Gaming for hosting us. And thank you for the community for being so awesome.
Yes. Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Yeah, thanks, everyone. Bye.